So yeah, who wants to Tavros Sprite?
Doesn't Blue do Tavros?
That's literally
What? That
You
you can't just say that's and mute again.
I'm just saying it was not any of my character.
Did
Why
you voice
don't you just
Tavros
stay
last
unmuted?
time?
They did.
Do you
Hop off Ponytown. They're ignoring me.
Is this what you want? Is this what you want?
Hop off Ponytown, read Homestuck.
I'm not reading!
Yeah, you are. You're Tavros Sprite.
I was gonna say.
I am?
Yeah, because
You
you're
are now.
Tavros.
Literally. And
I'm not
he's blue.
Tavros.
And he's blue.
Juvi did it last time.
Did Juvi do Tavros
Juvi
last
do
time?
Tavros?
Yes!
Well, you're doing Tavros this time. Suck it the fuck
Oh
up.
my god.
Wait, who else is in this fucking pester lug?
It's just
Vriska.
And Vriska.
And Vriska. Okay.
Which
Yeah, so somebody
Could
is.
stay
So you're gonna have to choose someone to either be Jake or Vriska, unless
No,
they
I'll
talk
be
at different
Jake.
times.
It just we'll see if Dork wakes up. Are we
can't
ready
believe
to begin?
I
then?
can't believe he used the rest of his
Fine.
energy to watch The Mask.
I
and
still think
passed out.
Juvi would do a better Tavros Sprite.
I
I
think you
s-
should shut the fuck up
I
and
still
read.
think so.
You know what?
Please, okay.
I think you
Yeah,
should shut up and
yeah,
read.
Wow. How
No.
insulting. Tavros Sprite,
sorry,
is it
Juvi.
okay if we pretend to have a conversation over here for a while, so that I can look busy and not come off as big of a doofus as I feel like?
I can oblige, and also personally identify with that idea and the feelings of self-lameness behind it. But I could also help you out with a real conversation too, instead of a fake one. In fact, maybe we already even said enough words together just now for that to qualify.
Oh, Tavros Sprite, you've always been the one ray of light shining through the clouds in what has otherwise been an emotionally stormy game experience for me. I'm so grateful that you found it in your ghostly bosom to drift over to Lomax now and then to cheer me up, often enough to give me a real pick-me-up when feeling blue over friend problems, but just seldom enough to feel like a rare delight when you did.
Yeah, I was under strict instruction from Vriska to not interfere with the timeline lots of months, so I didn't say hello often. She helped me be back alive, so I owed her that much on one hand, but on the other, I think she was doing her bossy thing for the sake of just telling me what to do. And I didn't see how just being friendly sometimes was even changing the timeline much, or why that idea even mattered. Because it seemed like most of you all here never did much important stuff anyway.
It's true. More top-notch wisdom from that sage, bull-headed noggin of yours.
Why do
We
you
really
want to
are
be
quite
pretend
useless.
talking? Even though it's real, and look busy to your friends.
I'm just not up to all this socialization yet. Maybe I never will be. I feel at ease talking to you and all these others. I don't know. It feels really awkward, and I think I lost most of my prior bravado due to a lot of bad things that happened with my friends.
What happened with them?
I just messed up with everyone in lots of ways I'm too embarrassed to even talk about. And now I just feel gun-shy about everything, I guess. Even polite conversation with fun new people I should be thrilled to meet. I couldn't even set things right with my buddies now if I wanted to. Jane is asleep, so I can't make amends with her after she became an angry robot and punched me in the gut and jailed me and threatened me with eternal marriage and baby-making duties. I mean, sure, she was brainwashed when she did all that, but I'm sure I did stuff to deserve it. Dork is still way off somewhere, so I can't adjust that whole spicy meatball, which I still feel terrible about.
That's a spicier meatball.
And
Dude,
Roxy...
this is just like The Mask.
Well, okay, Roxy is right there, but look at her. She's having a blast with all these people she actually really likes and who are probably actually likable. She probably wants nothing to do with me either, so I might as well just do her the courtesy of leaving her alone.
But isn't she waving at you and saying hello right now? Due almost certainly to overhearing you talking about her name?
Roxy.
Man, I sure
Juvi.
wonder who's going to voice that
Oh.
character.
Hi, sorry, I was looking at something. Hi, Jake!
Oh, Yeah, it would seem she is. Those are probably pity waves, though.
I don't think that is true. What? Okay. I've been the getter almost exclusively of the pity versions of various deeds directed at me, and I think that's not what she's doing. Those are
And we're lost now.
Sorry, I was
normal
messing around
waves
with
and
Seto
hellos.
Kaiba.
You should probably do one of those back to her.
Hi, Jake. Jake, damn it, hi.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Roxy. You're with us again, and I like that.
Smiley face.
Nice, bro. Keep working up behaviors of that sort. Your self-esteem will get better.
I like that? Thunderations, what a fucking clod I am. I really need to keep a lower profile. Even basic pleasantries are a bit above my huckleberry for now.
I get it. Self-esteem is probably the hardest emotion to match. It helps to have help.
And I appreciate it, Mr. Tavros Sprite. Really, I do.
No, I mean not for me. Do you have a fantasy phantom representing your self-esteem who you can look up to?
A phantom?
Because I did once, and it really helped me. Then he became real and really helped me, but not because of believing or anything.
Alright, 1 sec.
Get your head in the game.
Tick.
Sorry, I fucking my headphones got
Just
caught on
because of
something. I need to fix that.
coincidence. He happened to be my ancestor.
See, this is why you're reading Tavros Sprite, because Juvi has to interject.
Mm-hmm.
Literally.
Wow, fine.
Well, yes, I suppose I have something like that. A brain ghost of my friend Dirk who visits me sometimes. I guess he represents my self-esteem, but I don't know how helpful he actually is.
Why?
Because of all the consternation that my relationship with real Dirk has caused me. He says all the right things to make me feel better about myself, but when he visits my brain, I never actually feel that comfortable or good about myself. I just feel kind of weird and truthfully spend most of my time hoping he just goes away, and he probably knows that too because he's my brain and that makes me feel weirder.
1 second, Jake. Alright, I see. Your brain is complicated then. I'm guessing
have
it's
to check
because
his
you're
spelling.
some sort of genius.
Well, yeah, that's the reasonable conclusion to draw here. Really?
Yes, absolutely. I have a sense for these things.
Gosh.
Maybe, instead of listening to the upsetting words of a complicated brain ghost, what a brilliant mind like you needs is something simpler, like listening to the nice and flattering words of a real friend.
Maybe you're right.
Not related to that. Have I mentioned you're actually quite handsome for a human?
Wow, you think?
Also, you have a dashing personality, and you seem pretty strong. And your very small pair of creamy-looking pants is really cool.
Whoa.
Holy
Creamy
cow.
pants.
You're right, Tavros Sprite. These nice observations about me. Why, they really do seem to be making me feel at least infinitesimally better about myself. What a chum.
Can you scroll down?
Yeah.
This is a lot of Tavros.
It's quite
Okay.
a lot of speaking.
This is only the beginning of the feel-good feelings you can form through the repetitive mentionings of such things about you, but also through developing yourself as a brave, alive hero. It's too late for me to do that, since I lived a weak life, died, and was lucky enough to have a friend with a good enough heart to bring me back. That's not manipulation at all. But only as a spiritual guide, such as the
Posh.
one floating before you. So, I can't be that heroically great anymore by tragic definition, but you can. You're living, strong, nice, and even of a higher importance, immortal. So that gives you, by my estimation, literally forever to get better and better and better and finally prove yourself. That way, you can win your friends over, and everyone will like you again.
Boy shitting howdy! Just imagine, from hobbledehoy to hero. Wouldn't that spiffy predicament just razz my berries? Uh-oh.
Should I be Vriska? No, Ash.
Oh my god.
Dork is asleep. Wait, I wanna
Alright.
I wanna try something real quick.
Are you
Alright.
kicking him from call?
No. Just give me a second.
Okay. You're just like Dr. Stein, experimenting on people while they're sleeping.
There we go.
I'm just gonna save him from that.
Oh, did you?
The
you-
first time that he's actually gonna get a good night's sleep for school. We shouldn't ruin that for him.
Oh, he's back. Wow, look at you. What an asshole.
Yeah, I guess. Hi, Dirk. Alright.
All right.
If you're talking, it's not audible, Dirk.
Yeah, it hasn't been for a while.
Crazy how that happens, you know.
Were you asleep or could we just not hear you?
You guys just couldn't hear me. You guys just weren't listening hard enough. I think that's what happened.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
You muted yourself on
Yeah,
the
you know. Yeah, it's so true. You know, that happens to all of us. You know.
Hey, it happens to me a shit ton. I can vouch.
Well, that's a skill issue.
Anyways, Vriska,
Really?
are you ready for
Well, you know what? Yeah, let me just reprise my role real quick. Tavros, would you leave that poor kid alone? What sort of nonsense are you telling him?
Nothing.
Oh, bullshit. You're filling his head with lies, aren't you?
No, it's
No,
just a
there's
basic
liars here.
conversation.
Tavros Sprite?
Not
So it's-
about any.
Oh,
Any topics you're probably going to say you disapprove of. It's completely normal, Vriska.
Hey, kid. What's he telling you? What's your name again? Jape?
Yes, sure. Yep, that's
No,
me.
it's not Jape. Wrong.
Who cares?
It's okay.
Your obviously simplistic human names all sound so alike to me. Anyways, listen, Jape. Whatever load of shit he's
Racism.
telling you in a misguided effort to cheer you up, don't listen to him. It's all a bunch of sappy, delusional garbage. I'm not going to let you down easy, and someday you'll realize this is the biggest favor anyone's ever done for you. You are never going to amount to anything important, and you'll never amount to anything, period. Neither is Tavros.
Wait, no, now hold on.
No, you hold on, Tavros. You had more than enough chances to prove you could be a relevant contributor to our adventure, but you blew it in every way. It's time to face the facts. You're never going to have the big moment that vindicates your arc of personal development. It's just not going to happen.
No, I know that. I just admitted that. You weren't listening to our.
It's not going to happen for Jay Peer either, so stop filling his head with nonsense. Oh my god.
I don't know where the nonsense is. There we go.
I
Alright.
love it when this
I
happens.
can just
There's
smell
a
it
lot of
off.
blue
him.
text. I'm sorry.
That's fine. He's just like you, really. A loser is a loser. Okay, thank you, Jake. Yeah, there we go. Here's the bottom line. Ages just suck. All of them do. They just can't ever seem to get it together. I think it just happens to be the class players get stuck with if they're naturally that sort of person. It doesn't mean they don't have the same value as people. They don't have value as people, but they'll never have anything significant to contribute, so
Oh
they
my
really
God.
should stay out of the way.
Oh my
God.
god. Is
By
that
the way, Dork, fucking
What?
Metis from Persona 3 dropped. If you care
Wait.
about that.
Who?
Metis,
our Australian
robot
is here?
lady.
Are
But by since
I don't fucking know.
What's up?
Hello, Alec.
I don't know what the fuck that is, man.
Yeah, haven't been here for a while.
That's true.
I know.
We've progressed
Oh.
a lot.
Yeah,
you
we-
have.
Not
yeah,
the
by the
Tavros
look of-
anymore.
We've gotten a little
Oh, you know,
far.
just a little bit. So,
Sure,
as you can tell, they're near the 666 mark. So, that's pretty telling.
666. Oh, yes. Sorry, I thought you meant page number.
Yep. So, yes, No. Well,
We're almost done with the
7,500.
webcomic now.
Yeah, only 500 pages to go.
Woo, yippee! Woo!
There you go.
And most of
You.
this is this conversation, I'm assuming.
Um,
I'll take that as a yes.
you know what? You can take it however you want.
That's the kid.
That is not Death the Kid. That is Draco Edgeworth from Vincent: The
just-
Secret
I
of
just wanna
Myers.
listen to Wild.
So you want to do some awesome voice acting, or are you here to listen?
I think I'll just listen.
All
It's
right.
been, it has been a while, so
Yeah.
I'll let you guys do your thing.
Either way. I don't even know who's supposed to be reading right now.
Me, hold on.
Bro is rolling and moving
Bah, humbug.
instead of
Shut up.
reading.
Wait, what the fuck?
Unbelievable.
Shut the fuck
Get a
up.
load of this guy.
Goddamn.
Shut up. God damn.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a certain quiet dignity in understanding your utterly crippling limitations as an individual. Ideally, a very quiet dignity so the important people can hear themselves think.
Okay, but what about all that big page potential?
There's also a lot of misleading horseshit and really kind of cruel stipulation of the class, to be honest. It makes losers think they're actually some light at the end of the long tunnel, so it keeps them dreaming instead of facing the facts. Sure, they could reach all that potential if they worked really hard for a long time, but don't you get it? The very nature of who they are prohibits that. They don't have what it takes to stick it out to the end because they're too weak mentally. It's just the game playing a nasty joke on them, like dangling a carrot at the end of a ridiculously long stick. Only an asshole would knowingly play along with such a vicious hoax.
1 second, Vriska. Okay. Arg, no, any form of,
Arg.
no matter what, is universal.
You are cutting out so much.
See, this is exactly why I shouldn't be the character.
That is
I'm
barely an
just
excuse.
saying.
So
I'm
we
just
just
saying.
pawn off all
I'm
your
just
rolls
saying.
today?
Do you want me to re-say it? What do you want me to do here?
Yeah.
Arg, no. Any form of friendship, encouragement, no matter what, is universally great, I think. We all learn this as fact from lots of things we see and enjoy in stories and stuff.
Oh my fucking god.
No, Tavros, right? She's right. She's right.
Vriska, look what you did. You made my friend Jape sad. Don't listen to her and come here, buddy, for a reassuring embrace.
Davros, don't you fucking touch him! Remember, you've only been prototyped once. Do you really want to fuse into eternal monstrosity with that weenie? God, what a weenie singularity that would be. Maybe I should stand back and let it happen. For science. Also, it would serve you right.
Oh, yeah. Get a load of this. Actually, no, you're right, of course. I won't hug him because that sounds really, really bad. Sorry,
poor
Jape.
Jane.
I agree.
Oh,
And that's that one. And now,
God.
and now, and now.
And now,
And
Our feature presentation.
And now?
our feature presentation. Briska, shouldn't we get back to our strategy meeting soon?
yeah, pretty soon.
It's like we used to say in the old days. Time is dead, kids.
Believe me, I haven't forgotten. That's as true as it now. That's as true now as it ever was. Only different is we're working together to prevent the bodies from piling up. We have a little time before we need to get serious. And anyways, when you're managing a team, you need to balance things. Got to keep morale up, you know. The troops have been itching for a feel-good moment like this for a long time. As a competent leader slash power gamer extraordinaire,
He's
it's
a gamer.
Holy shit, they're gamers.
They're beaters.
Game
Oh my
girl.
god.
Ruska is so totally a beater.
Oh, shut up. It's incumbent on me to recognize that and cut them a bit of slack.
Incumbent?
Incumbent? That's a
Yes.
word? Okay.
Uh-huh. It's written right there.
But, like, her
Homestuck
quirk is
makes up
weird. You
words
know
all the
her quirk
time.
is weird.
It's B's or eights.
It's only
Yeah, no, but
Rouge
it could
to
also
stress
be like
out.
8 sound. So,
Incumbent.
I don't fucking know. Plus, he uses weird words, man.
It's not a weird
Cut them a
word.
bit of slack. Give them a little space to remember what they're all fighting for, you know?
Yeah, great point.
We could do the same, you know. Over the last few years, we've had so many great times and buried all the old hatchets deep enough that I think it's easy to take our relationship for granted. It doesn't hurt to remind ourselves how lucky we both are, and how close we came to going in completely different directions. Anyways, I'm glad this is the path we chose. I couldn't ask for a better morale.
Moira?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me neither. I don't know how I would have lived myself if I hadn't gone through with it. And we'd be dead if I hadn't. Thank God for Egbert. Never, never, never tell him I said this, but for a dork, he's...
For
He-
what?
Let's just say you did a great job training him once upon a time.
Hey, so did you. Some version of yourself was badass enough to write down all those instructions in her own blood just before she died. Sounds like a real hero to me. Sometimes I wonder what things would be like if we never had our falling out. It was a lot like this back in the old days, remember? Just hanging out, working together, not much drama except, I guess, for the occasional ethic debate on how our foes should be dealt with. What if I never spiraled out of control? If I never blinded you? If you never blew my arm off? What if you decided to send John back to change all that instead?
I didn't write the instructions myself, but I'm sure I never considered it. Everything we went through back then made us stronger. It was something to... It was...
Character
Can you scroll down a little?
I wish that was still there, a thing. Yeah.
You wish characters still had character development? You asked too.
Crazy.
It was
I
something
know.
to work to put
Never
behind us,
hard
not
ass.
erase. Something that was worth the effort.
Yeah!
Well said.
Hey, Carcat.
Sorry. My bad.
Poke.
Shout, blither, blah blah words, blah blah, tactless nincompoop, shout, ramble, screed, blah, blister, bemoan, blah blah, gossip, hungry, lobotomy, hobbits, shout, yell, screech, holler, brainless, gushing, yammer, twats.
Oh god. What is he going on about now?
Sounds like he's yelling at Dave and John about something.
So John's been here for all of 5 minutes and he's already tripped Carcat's try-8 siren.
He's not actually angry. He's embarrassed about something. My ear is finely tuned to all the Vantrum nuances.
Embarrassed? About what? Think he might actually be bent out of shape over the fact that he's not leader anymore?
No way. It's something very personal.
I wonder if John's been asking what the deal is with him and Dave.
Can't believe
John
you
was
keep it
pretty
real.
nosy, if I recall.
I think it's more likely Dave is just rambling sans filter again.
Sans!
Sans!
Holy
Oh my
shit!
gosh, guys!
Whoa.
Holy! I hate it here.
Sans. Yeah, he does do that a lot, doesn't he? Hey, as long as we're swearing each other to secrecy on stuff, make absolutely sure they never know I said this, but he and Carcat are kind of adorable? In whatever quadrant the whole situation is settled in. I don't know. It's none of my business, really. I just would have never guessed.
Agreed. I guess we stuck to ourselves mostly, and Rose and I were all, So that left them and their sidekick to sort things out amongst each other, without interference from a bunch of crazy fucked up girls. I'm happy for him. And for me too. If you hadn't been around, I have a feeling I would have been sucked into some weird bullshit with both of them.
Sounds rough. Guess that's one more bullet dodge, thanks to yours truly.
Yes, so... geek. Gonna miss you. Sure you have to get going so soon?
Yeah, I really can't wait much for more time. Just have to get all these gooseballs squared away, and then I'm off.
Oh.
Is something wrong?
No. Well, not really. Nothing important.
What is it?
It's dumb. You'll probably laugh at me.
No, I won't. Come on, tell me. What good is having a monorail if you don't feel like you can talk to?
I dunno. I'm not sure I can even put my finger on what's bugging me. I feel like I should be psyched for the battle ahead. Like, pumped up to kill some bad guys and finally end this. But I just feel a little weird. Especially knowing that you won't be here.
What does me not being here have to do with anything?
What if? What if it's my time to fight? And people really need me to use my powers or whatever it is I'm supposed to be able to do? What if it turns out I'm not actually that...
Oh.
This guy.
good?
But you already proved that you are. Another version of you basically saved us all, remember?
I know, but that was a different me who went through some things I never went through and probably figured out how to be awesome and heroic along the way. I never did any of that, and I certainly don't feel awesome and heroic yet. And this probably sounds really dumb, but it kind of makes me feel guilty.
Guilty? Why?
Well, because she's pretty much sacrificed herself to make things better. Specifically, better for me, I think. To let me lead a better life, presumably. To fix my problems, I guess. But I don't feel fixed. I actually kind of feel a weird sense of pressure to be the best version of myself, like the most productive and heroic and well-adjusted Terezi in Paradox Space, but I'm definitely not that Terezi.
Okay, you are being way too hard on yourself here. I really doubt that's what the other version of you intended. That's not even how this shit works. People don't just get fixed.
Well, I mean, unless you come in and smack the glass of alcohol.
True,
Yeah,
true. Real. So true.
Can't believe Vriska ended alcoholism.
So fucking true. Even if circumstances change so you have a smoother ride, you're always going to have flaws. I guess I should always try to be the best version. I guess you should always try to be the best version of yourself, but I also think it's okay. It's important to be okay with the fact that you aren't perfect. I got flaws too. I mean, obviously, but I'm mostly okay with them.
Wow, you don't say.
Hey, shut up. I'm just trying to offer Lowe's perspective here.
You're a fucking loser.
Yeah, I know, you're right. I'll try to forget about this stuff and just focus on helping out the team. It'll be hard doing it without you, but I guess I've managed to do it before, even if I don't remember.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I know you can do
When will I see you again?
it.
Like the
Someday.
song.
It's so true. I'll do my best to shorten the wait for you as much as I can, using time travel or whatever other nonsense I may have at my disposal. When all is said and done, I'll drop by Earth and look you up.
I can't wait.
Slither, babble, ramble, self-esteem, prattle, rump, ramble, mumble, brave, alive, hero, mutter, flither. Finally, prove yourself, blabble.
Tavros, would you leave that poor kid alone? What sort of nonsense are you telling him?
Oh boy.
Yippee!
It's Strylon time.
Oh. Oh.
And Kanaya
Oh.
also here.
Yeah, get ready.
Dave, we were sort of in the middle of something here.
In the middle of what?
A series of heartfelt conversations of personal nature.
Oh. I guess I'm in the middle of those now too. I'm feeling heartfelt as fuck. Somebody bone me up on the shit.
One cannot
Somebody
simply
boned me.
One cannot simply be boned up on shit such as this. You had to be there.
Ah, come on.
Wizards, problems, feelings. It was your standard tale of two estranged mutual mothers. Any questions?
Yes, lots.
Okay. You maybe sit over there for a while and write them all down.
Gah. Hold on.
That's a hard attack in the middle
So
of the
true,
conversation.
Kanaya.
No problem,
Now
guys.
she's speaking my language.
Rose, this accumulation of people is coming dangerously close to what your culture might process as a human familial unit. This is a foreign idea to me, and probably a private matter to you. So I think I will leave you all alone and to some. Personally, I think you should welcome Dave into the void of your poignant wizard reverie. From my cultural point of view, at least he has as much claim to a sense of ancestral connection to your mother as you. See you, everybody.
Yeah, man, Kanai to the rescue with smart shit to say, as usual.
Taking a bow. Thank you all.
Utterly destroyed again by her superior sense of reason and decorum. Though I do wonder if her perspective would be different if she'd ever had to manage relations with a twin brother.
Okay, but who cares about that? So, Rose, it's our mom. Hey, Mom.
Hi.
Well, not Mom. Your actual name instead of that, I guess? Roxy, I think?
You think right. Mom's okay too, though.
I don't know. That might be weird. Calling you that all the time. Rose, would that be weird?
It probably would get a little weird.
So, Mom, I'm just gonna jump right into the fucking frying pan here. Like, tape off and no bullshit zone for a while, if that's okay.
A frying pan in the no bullshit zone? Sounds intense. Who is manning this pan and who gave him clearance for the no BS zone?
Captain Sirius is at the pan and you got the go-ahead from Lieutenant Doesn't Fuck Around with a Heart Attack Armada.
Isn't Lieutenant a lower rank than Captain? Who put this dude in charge of such an important pan?
I don't know. Maybe it is? Okay. Like, it's cool that you even know that fact, but this is exactly the kind of fuckery that no BS zone doesn't cotton to, no matter what sort of cookware is involved or which pseudo-military organization regulates its borders. I just have some questions about you and some stuff in general, so rather than mumble through a conversation that sounds mostly like the stuff we literally just got done saying, sweet though that would be, I'm gonna machine gun some shit at you, lightning round style.
Machine gun lightning round in a frying pan? God damn!
I know, right? So, you're my biological mother.
Yes.
And Rose's.
Yes.
And therefore bear at least partial and, like, biologically incidental responsibility for why we are both so fucked up.
Yes.
But you yourself are a paradox clone.
I guess?
Which means you didn't even have bio parents, you originated from yourself.
Guess so.
So you really don't have anyone to blame for who you are. She's really got to think about this one because the page hasn't been scrolled down. Except weirdly and paradoxically yourself.
Yes?
Dave.
Wait, okay. Sorry if that sounded rude. I didn't mean it rudely. I mean, you did have a parental figure who you, I guess, modeled yourself after in a way, or were influenced by, an old version of Rose from a long time ago.
Yes.
And my bro was the same way, or your friend,
Dirk.
He was a paradox clone of himself, and he, did kind of the same thing, modeled himself after... Why don't we not talk about Dirk? Can we change the subject?
You brought him up.
I know. Look, I bring up a lot of things, and then I have to backtrack a lot of those things I bring up, because sometimes the thing I bring up are ill-advised to... say, or make people uncomfortable, or make me uncomfortable. It's just the thing about me. I talk a lot.
Oh, just had a thought. Do I get to do a lightning round at you next?
I guess so, yeah. Depends on if you want to keep sitting in this goddamn pan.
I don't know. Maybe our asses are getting too hot.
Maybe you should speak for yourself.
Dave.
Shit!
Well...
No, Mom, look. Roxy, it's like I was just saying. I just say things. It's kind of like this force of nature. No one can control or even try to, least of all me. We just have to cross our fingers and hope for the best, and that my one-man verbal slapstick routine isn't too Freudian in nature, or at least not that often. Anyway, let's pretend I didn't just insinuate you have a hot ass, and move on.
Winky face.
I heard something about wizards. You hell's into wizards, like Rose?
Yes.
Okay, well, that is a predictable if somewhat bland fact. Let's see if we can dig a little deeper. Don't get me wrong, wizards are okay, I guess.
Oh yeah? Well, maybe you're okay.
Yeah, I'm alright. Wizards are better at magic than me, but I'm better than wizards at rap. So, I guess it breaks even. Or it would if I was a pretend jackass in silly robes and a dumb beard. So point goes to Dave.
Hold on. Turn off noise suppression.
Do you like rap?
Kinda. Dirk loves rap, so I... never mind. Forgot we weren't talking about that.
Well, what do you like to do?
I like, cat.
Okay, that is a fair opinion, but cats aren't actually an activity or anything.
They kind of were for me, though. I used to clone them. I may have gotten a little carried away.
Cat cloning, huh? That sounds like a pretty dope hobby. I think we're getting somewhere.
To your mama's house.
Dude.
We already said we weren't gonna go there, man. We're looping. You're just setting me up to fail at this point. So you had access to all that kind of stuff because you lived in a sci-fi world.
A sci-fi world?
Yeah, the future. What was the future like?
Watery. Full of chess people. Lots of pumpkins. You know, usual dystopian stuff.
I see. And it was just the chess guys and you, like, alone. No other people except for Bro, who I guess was way off somewhere.
Yep.
Sounds like kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I talk to my friends a lot, though. Via computers and shit.
That's cool. Me too. Maybe when it comes down to it, our lives weren't that different. Except for the extinction of humanity part. My humans were just imminently extinct is all. I didn't have chess guys around, though. They were actually good company.
Yeah.
My best friend is a chess guy. He's the mayor. I'll have to introduce you to him soon. You'll love the mayor. Everybody loves the mayor.
Want to meet the mayor?
Don't worry. I'll put in a good word for you. Pretty sure we can find an opening in the schedule. Tell me more
More?
about you.
Damn, dude, this frying pan? Shit be sizzling!
Fuck yeah. Aside from cat breeding, how else did you pass the time?
Writing. A fair amount of, let's say, recreational liquid intake and, hacking.
Seriously? Like actual hacking?
Yeah, well, computer programming, really. Hacking is just what you call it to sound cool. There wasn't even much shit around to hack.
So, kind of
Quote,
like
unquote.
John, except... I think he pretty much sucked at his codes.
Fuck you.
Really?
Yeah, he seemed to find it frustrating mainly. His bitching about it is literally my only point of reference for his degree of proficiency. You're good though, right? I bet you're good.
Best.
Knew it.
Maybe I could give him some pointers in the elite hacks.
Fuck yes, he'd be all about that. Or I think he should be, which is all that matters. Do that and insist on it if he gets like weirdly obstinate or like tries to pretend he doesn't like programming anymore.
Okay.
What else?
Oh, I don't know, Dave. I may be running out of shit to say.
You sure?
I like to play games.
What games?
Mostly the Nintendos.
I see. Which Nintendos?
A whole bunch of Nintendos. Like lots of diff systems and titles. I don't know if the ones I associate strongly with would have the same meaning, like culturally speaking, for you. Because to me, they're all like cool ancient relics that kept me somewhat in touch with a world that was long gone.
That makes sense. That's mostly the relationship I have now with garbage rom-coms. Largely because Karkat likes watching them. So these godforsaken flicks have helped keep me grounded in our dead civilization in a weird way. But read games, I didn't have Nintendos. My bro had Xbox, so I played that sometimes. But he mostly had all these shitty skating games and like 20 different Tony Hawk titles. I would mainly just play him to fuck around, like find spectacular ways to crash and flop around like a douchey ragdoll, or figure out ways to get halfway stuck inside concrete fixtures and obstacles, and watch these cool fratty bros twitch and flop ad infinitum. Like struggling valiantly and earnestly forever against the shitty and deeply flawed physics of their confining virtual prison. I saw them as tragic figures.
That sounds incredible, to be honest.
Pretty much.
Do you think we can play games together sometime? Want to see your majestic skate bros in their element.
Oh my dick, yes.
Dave.
What?
Okay. I think it's my turn. Keep your ass in the pan, buddy. You gonna get grilled.
That's fair.
Oh, Rose, please don't think I'm excluding you. Jump in the combo anytime, okay?
She's fine.
I'm perfectly happy serving as a spectator and occasional officiator to this conversation. It's quite entertaining to behold, really. I love watching how different personalities collide with each other upon meeting. Neither of you is failing to disappoint.
Wow. God, is everyone in this family tree a psychoanalyst?
Yo, that's been like her exact top preoccupation since she was a fucking baby. Didn't she tell you?
No, but it makes sense. But like, you're all Mr. Funny interrogation right now. Rose is quite possibly a literal therapist in training, I guess. And Dirk is Dirk. Just makes you think is all.
We're all fucked up. The end. So, what do you want to know, Mom? Rocks?
Here comes the lightning. You got to imagine it coming from my fingertips, wherein I am an almighty wizard.
Okay, currently imagining that. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Achoo! What is your favorite rap guy?
That's a dead tie between me and Snoop. Also, maybe Obama, but to be fair, I don't think he raps IRL. That is mainly just a headcanon I have about him. But come on, you weren't actually curious about that, were you?
Trying to think of stuff to ask, jeez. Give me a sec. Okay, how did you become a god tier?
Oh boy. Rose and I went on a suicide mission piloting a moon through the furthest ring. The moon had a cosmic mega nuclear bomb in its core, but also our quest beds by surprise. When it blew up, it created literally the biggest fucking sun in existence, which also happened to be the exact same sun we thought we were going out there to destroy, but we also died and resurrected as god tiers, and I guess due to immortality, rose up through the surface of the fucking sun, all glowing green and wearing pajamas and shit, and also Rose is vacuuming.
Holy crap! That is so ridiculously insane and cool, and so much more awesome than what happened to us. Wow!
Why? How did you do it?
God, it's almost embarrassing to even describe, especially compared to that.
Go on.
We all had a hangover from magic candy and woke up on our god slabs and like talk for a while. Have you ever seen The Breakfast Club?
No.
Okay, well it was like that, but probably shittier. Then we all sort of randomly died on accident due to surprise villain attacks.
That sounds alright. Who even cares about having a baller origin story? We were just some chumps on a moon being melodramatic, and in the process of getting chumped by an omniscient creep, your outfit looks cool at least.
Thanks! Okay then. Next, have you ever kissed anybody?
What? Man, these questions are taking on a different tenor than the ones I asked you.
Well?
Yeah, okay, I was kissed by Jade when I was dead, so I would, like, come back to life. That was, like, right before the moon mission I mentioned.
Oh yeah. I was corpse smooched too once. Once too.
By who?
Hey, it's still my lightning round. I was asking if you ever kissed someone, like awake and alive, and on purpose.
Man.
We're waiting, Dave.
Hey, I thought you were just studying us.
I'm also officiating. I'll have to hold you to the question or throw a flag. Remember the sports? My, how quickly we forget the sports.
No, come on. I just asked you about Nintendo and shit.
Okay. Do you like drawing?
Yes.
Comics?
Yes.
Funny comics?
Fuck yes.
About fast idiots and JPEG trash loss everywhere?
Fuck fucking yes.
Okay, I'm gonna admit, I have you at a little disadvantage, since I know some things about your future grown-up self.
Like what?
Don't want to spoil it. There is a better time for that conversation.
Song me.
And maybe a better person to have it with than me. Do you like orange soda?
No.
No?
Hell no.
Then what's your poison?
AJ.
Huh?
Apple juice.
That's fucking cute.
Pretty much.
Have you ever been in love?
God damn it!
Dave is getting sick of this shit.
This is the lightning round, Dave. We didn't make the rules. Anyway, I'm ready to blow my referee's sport whistle, TM, if you don't answer before the commercially endorsed game clock expires.
I think the lightning round's over. Why don't we have a distraction to seal the deal? Hey, Mom, I think Harley Dad over there is talking about you.
Jake? Yeah, I think you're right. Gotta go catch up with him soon. I'll wave hello for now.
I don't think he's noticing.
Damn it, Jake. Look over here, you goof. I'm gonna start a fire here with all this friendly waving.
Nope, he's completely out to lunch, just like all the Harleyberts.
Hi, Jake. Jake. Jake, damn it, hi.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Roxy. You're with us again, and I like that.
Smiley face.
That's it. He's right back at it with the bull guy. What's with him? He reminds me a lot of John, but really quiet, which is very un-Johnish.
Jake's great, but yeah, he's not like that all the time. He's pretty gregarious, one-on-one, but I guess he doesn't like crowds much. He became sort of a hermit after a few months in our session. He mainly hung out with Dork until he eventually sort of shut him out too. Dude just likes his lonesome time, I guess.
I'll try getting to know him sometime. Maybe trap him like a shy woodland creature, then brutally harangue him with my typically rad shit and become airtight bros. Right there in the fucking woods. Exactly how nature intended.
Yes, I will help you rig your Jake snares. Maybe leave some hunky dude bait, like a trail of micro shorts sprinkled throughout the forest.
Awesome. Thanks, Mom. Roxy, I mean.
Dave, even I'm having less trouble referring to Roxy by her name consistently, and I was the one who grew up knowing her as my literal mother. What is going on with you?
Nothing. It's just like semi-accidentally replacing a word with another word in a majority of instances. Why do you need to read things into everything?
You're right. How could anyone possibly read anything into this sort of repeated slip-up?
Exactly.
What if you're making her uncomfortable?
It's fine, really. I think it's sort of endearing.
See, Rose, y'all worrying about nothing as usual. Mom's fine with it. Moxie. I mean, Rami. Mommy. Wait, fuck. Okay, that one was fucked up. Let's make sure I never, ever fucking say that again.
I'm dying here. Stop it. Asphyxiate.
I can't. It's like I was saying before. This is a force of nature we all just gotta deal with. Strider's blitzcapades, Dave's flying boner circus. This shit is immutable. I had to face this fact a long time ago. I could either try to change that part of myself, which is an unwinnable war, or I could try focusing on being like a vaguely half-decent person, so at least the shit I inevitably blurt out from deep down isn't all that bad. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Because the bad stuff has been and is still being purged through an arduous long-term process of complete and utter humiliation.
Man, arduous long-term process of complete and utter humiliation are basically my aesthetic. Anyways, you're a silly little dude, and it's okay if you keep calling me Mom on accident.
I hope it is similarly okay with you if I make the conscious decision to refrain from calling you that, ever. Unlike Dave, I've taken great pride in the meticulous maintenance of my internal filter. I don't think I have the same luxury he does. Humiliation just makes my demons angrier.
Yeah, Rose, call me whatever. But, wow, you had a way of making that sound legit scary.
It's fucked up that she's joking, but also not even really. You'll figure out how to crack her deadpan riddles. There's an art to it.
You guys, and your friggin' psychobabble. It's a riot. I'm suddenly feeling like maybe I'm the weak link in this family tree on the analytical front. I need to step up my game.
To be fair, Dave's game is pretty flimsy. He's been jacking my swagger for years. He only pulls it off because he's funny. And to be even fair, I'm not actually worth much of a psychoanalyst. I know just enough to know that I barely know anything, and probably would have benefited from, I don't know, college or something.
Okay, whew, I feel a bit less lame then. I remember Dirk's insane scrutinization of all things cerebral had a similar way of dwarfing one's ego. Maybe that was smoke in the mirror too, I don't know. Maybe since he and I are parents in terms of psycho skills, he's got all the genes and I got none. So that means Dave got some genes and Rose got lots? Wherein some is more than none and lots is less and then all.
That's quite a scientific way of looking at it. Maybe it's even true.
Yeah, I fucking love science.
Okay, then that explains everything.
What?
If you got all the science genes, then that means some scraped off on me, which would explain why my beats are so ill. It's because my science is off the charts.
Holy shit. Can someone come push this nerd off the Lilypad?
That explanation, though.
Cringeworthy rap notwithstanding, I do recall hearing him babble about wanting to be a scientist on more than one occasion. If the world hadn't ended, what was it? Archaeology? Paleontology?
Yeah, I don't know. One of those things. Whichever involved more dead shit, maybe.
Paleontology. You wanted to study that?
I sincerely mumbled about the idea once or twice, sure.
That's neat. What about you, Rose? Did you actually want to be a legit psychiatrist and go to school for that and all?
I don't recall my thoughts on higher education. My passion for the subject, I think, was more of a contrivance of a very young girl with misplaced conviction in her abilities. I probably thought I could just figure it all out myself and skip the academic coronation. I don't think much about it anymore. Possibly because there's no one left to analyze except for the modest population of this frog disc.
What would you want to do with your life instead? I mean, assuming there was no evil doers to worry.
No evildoers to worry.
To worry about.
I don't know. What is there even to consider doing with godhood but concerned one with self with evildoers?
What about your quest?
Hmm?
The shit with your planet and the rain and stuff, wasn't there still something to do there?
I guess so?
Yeah, I did mine. Or at least a version of it specific to my situation. I get the feeling they change around and such depending on what lay of the land is. My reality was fucked, so my denizen just kinda rerouted me. Nothing too fancy.
Yeah, exactly. I did this really stilted, like, mashup of what I assume my real quest was. Like, involving breaking a sword and unbreaking a sword, and a fucking bird was involved, and the bird unceremoniously died somewhere. It was kind of a mess. Like me, I guess so. Maybe that made sense. Who knows what yours would have in store for you now? I mean, if you even wanted to bother.
I'm not sure if I have the inclination, and realistically, there isn't even much time for that, is there? We're supposed to be fighting adversaries imminently. I can't squeeze it in before the battle, and after that, we'll have supposedly won. So what would even be the point of doing it then?
Shrug.
Something always rubbed me the wrong way about my quest. I don't even like the phrase. It's uncomfortably formal and a little foreboding. I think the regimentation of it all always struck me as unpalatable, like consigning my personal growth to the completion of a glorified myth-heavy rat maze.
Yeah, I know why you feel that way. You've got big problems with authority. You always have, and you probably wouldn't even put it that way because it sounds really teen of you and gauche and or whatever, but it's true. That's not how that word is said, but it is now.
Oh gee, you guys and your shrink babble. It's so fun, I swear to God.
Yeah, here we go again, right? Except just remember, I'm a fraud at this stuff. Except in this particular case, I'm totally right. She sees this quest all neatly laid out for her wrapped in a bow. Fuck it even looks like it's made for little kids with like pink turtles and rainbows and shit. Like, here you go, princess, it's baby's first quest, almost like it was designed to piss her off. Sburb says here. You just scrolled past where I was reading. Sburb says here, self-improvement delineated and made comprehensible. Enjoy your cookie cutter odyssey. So because she's Rose, she goes, no, fuck my quest, and literally starts wrecking shit. Or maybe that itself was always her quest.
If I may interject.
Oh, awesome. Briscoe is eavesdropping.
Not for very long. I just heard you talking about Rose's quest is all. I don't have any opinion on whether you do it or not, Rose. That's your business. My advice is, if you go see your denizen, just make sure you kill her fast.
What?
Believe me, Cetus is a huge bitch. If you give her an inch, she'll try to suck you into a whole boring conversation, which is mostly involving a bunch of curmudgeonly riddles. Don't give it a chance. Just go for the jugular and end it as soon as you can. Grab her loot and call it a day. That's what I think, at least. Assuming you bother going to see her at all. Couldn't really blame you if you didn't, though.
I probably won't. Won't what?
Oh no, what the fuck is this?
Meow.
Yeah.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Meow. Meow. Franklin! Oh my gosh, you cheeky bastard. Oh gee.
What exactly the fuck?
Frecklish! I cannot believe this. You dug up her body! Do you meow during that part, or you just...
Meow, meow.
Oh, gee, this is so bad. But also sweet of you to bring her back, but also, wow, bad.
Wait, dug up? I'm a little unclear in that myself. Jasper's hasn't been especially descriptive.
Meow. Yes, both roses. I dug you up.
From where?
John's planet. Remember the funeral I mentioned? Friglish was there too. Or, Jasper's? Our dumb departed beautiful idiot cat. I guess I made a novice mistake. I turned my back on the body.
You had a funeral for me. That was nice of you.
Yeah. So, hi. Wow, this is confusing. Welcome back, you're alive, and hey, come here.
Don't you fucking touch her. Fucking incredible. Am I the only one here concerned with making sure we don't create a freakish mutant people combos?
What?
She's only been single prototype. Don't go near her.
Oh, right.
It is absolutely astonishing how much you all need me around to keep your shit straight. Even then, it's a constant uphill battle to keep you all from fucking up. I let my guard down for 1 second, and this brainless animal wasted one of your precious resurrection slots on someone who's already alive. Well, congratulations, you're down to 1 empty kernel. Be sure to use it wisely. Not that there's much hope of that at this point. See you, chumps. I'm out of this conversation.
So, what does this even mean? There's 2 roses now? Like, what the fuck? Are we supposed to just do the... What are we supposed to do with this information and unfolding set of circumstances?
I don't know, Dave. I have advanced seer powers, and the newly acquired insight of a mystical guide, and even I'm stumped about this turn of events.
Okay then, good to know I'm not dumb, and this literally is inherently irrational. Thanks, Ghost Cat. Great job.
Meow, meow, meow.
So, what now?
Well, it's nice to be back after such a spectacular sequence of tragic events, even though I have no memory of having been gone for long. But I also understand I am now the subordinate Rose, so with respect to my ongoing role, I will have to defer to real Rose. I don't want to step on anyone's toes. Then again, I don't have feet anymore.
Lol.
It's also worth pointing out that my programming as a sprite informs me that I exist to the pleasure of the player who released my kernel. So, Roxy, what do you think I should do?
Wow. I don't know. I mean, I only just met, a live Rose here. And that was just after burying you and saying goodbye and, this is, emotional thing, you're back because of silly cat. And, I don't know, I'm confused. Rose, what do you think? Rose. Yo, Rose. Hello?
This is so stupid!
I see she's catching on to the plot.
I'm sorry, I can't sit here and pretend to take this seriously.
Rose, you okay?
I guess so? Yes, I'm fine. This is just so dumb. My powers let me foresee fortuitous outcomes, but I didn't see this coming at all. It doesn't register as fortuitous or otherwise. You know why? Because it's completely meaningless.
I mean, sure, I thought so too when Bird Dave happened, but that turned out to be like a whole thing, and important stuff happened as a result. Kinda.
No, this isn't like that. Trust me, Dave, I'm not grasping at straws here. My abilities tend not to leave such things to speculation. This development makes absolutely no sense. Not for us as a group, and definitely not for me personally, or her for that matter. How could this possibly mean anything for my growth or personal development in any way? This almost makes it official. I have no comprehensible path. There's nothing to overcome, no lesson to learn, no cathartic light at the end of this preposterous tunnel. Not for me, at least. I seriously have the dumbest arc anyone could conceivably imagine.
Rose, we don't have fucking arcs, we're just human beings. We're not characters in a webcomic, Rose.
Life.
Okay.
Come on. Can't you tell?
3 more.
How's it going over there?
Papaya
Papaya.
has left the building.
Sorry. Jesus. Okay. I told them I would leave them alone and go talk to some trolls. I guess this troll over here will have to do.
Happy to be of service. Man, look at them. They all seem so excited. Like a bunch of regulars hopped up on high fructose grub sauce. I hope they don't crash from listening and buzz too hard before it's showtime.
If they do, I am sure one of your contingency plans will swing into. Maybe you can buy time for everyone by lulling our adversaries. Extensive strategy session.
Hey Miriam, why don't you can it? Our sassy little games of one-upmanship are fun and all. I'm trying to be sincere here. You know, seeing as this is the last time I'll see you all in a while.
You're right. Sorry. Bring on the sincerity.
I was just saying about the humans. They seem so happy. I mean, look at Rose. No offense, but this is most of the time she's kind of a pill.
None taken, and me too, probably.
Good point, but I don't think I've ever seen her like that. By which I mean she's making no discernible effort whatsoever to disguise the fact that she's happy. Oh, okay. Maybe there were a couple times.
Is that in reference to how you like to fragrantly spy on us sometimes?
I don't spy on you. That is such an unfair characterization. Would you can it without fear already?
I'll never understand your ongoing and apparently unironic use of phrase "can't," and in particular why you always seem to direct this expression to me and seemingly. I just think it is such a peculiar and amusing way to tell someone to be quiet.
What? Why? No, that's a normal way of putting it. I mean, it's a pretty normal thing to say, right? You want someone to pipe down?
Pipe down isn't even much better. It's just a funny thing to say, and the fact that you don't realize it makes it funnier. I think the underlying explanation is that you are just that you realize or try to be. It is something to like about you.
I guess I'll just have to accept your sass as a compliment then. And no, I don't spy on you. I just check in with you sometimes to see how you're doing.
Okay, if that's how you want to put it, you involve yourself in many private matters without even pretense of doing otherwise. To think that at one point I was regarded as the meddlesome one.
That's a word we haven't seen in a
Look,
while.
it just so happens that I care very deeply for all my friends and want to make sure they're doing alright on a somewhat regular basis. Is that a crime?
Yep.
In some societies, violating the
Like that.
privacy of others in certain ways, yes, I believe so. I understand your motives, though, and really, this is just me giving you a hard time.
I never got why everyone treats their romantic affairs as so private. What's the big deal? So you like to do some smooching and stuff with another person. Maybe get over yourselves? Kraken is the worst offender. You'd think he was charged with guarding state secrets. Newsflash, buddy. Nobody gives a fuck.
It sounds like you very much give a
Fuck.
though.
Awesome. Hey, why don't you cut me some slack. I don't hold anyone to standards I don't hold myself to. I am very open about my relationships. My more religions will tell you, ask me anything. I have nothing to hide. We'll throw our diamonds up in your face like we're making a getaway. We don't give a fuck. If you can't take the stench, then get out of the meal block. Same with my ass and lit ISAs. I've been involved over the years. What's the big deal?
I have to admit to being impressed with your, strangely natural proficiency. It is an incredibly difficult quadrant to master and very emotionally taxing to find, in a way that conflicts with the pursuit of relationships in other quadrants. I can't ignore that during our trip, you probably diffused a lot of unpleasant situations before they started. But when it comes to matters of
Like
privacy
solving
and such,
alcoholism.
and which forms of expression people feel at ease showing in public, pale relationships are really different, I think. What about the other kind? Seems to me you have not involved in any, so I'm not sure you really understand. You
I just don't have time for it.
Vriska.
I I just don't have time for anything like that in my life right now. Red and black relationships are so absorbing. I have a strong pale relationship that is very important to me, but that's about all I can handle. Maybe later on when the dust settles from this crazy adventure I'll consider it, but for now, this is all I can deal with. I just have too many irons in the fire, you know?
I know all about the irons. I have heard rumors of the alleged.
So what are they talking about?
What?
All your buddies over there. We're still talking about that. It's ridiculous how easily we get sidetracked by romantic blather.
Oh, family stuff, mainly.
It's pretty fascinating. Sociologically speaking, I mean. The idea of families, the idea of siblings is strange though. People who are genetically similar and grow up together. Spending all that time with Dave and Rose, we started to get a sense with it, like the logic of it, how it must have shaped Earth society, but also inherent ridiculousness. Sharing residence with your near clone while growing up, so preposterous, but then you add the idea of parents and it's suddenly complete madness. Society was so individualistic, and that all seemed normal and reasonable. So I look over there and see two Lalons and a Strider, and it's a whole other Strider on the way, and a human family starts striking me as not so much, social unit, so much as like an infestation.
Yeah, well, I will say an entire other Strider does sound a bit much. Like a bit much. On top of what is already quite a spectacle. Maybe we just don't get it.
Of course we don't. That's my point. I mean, we have ancestors, but under normal circumstances, it's pretty much unheard of to imagine you ever get the chance to meet them. We have the unusual privilege of meeting most of ours, at least certain versions of them, but that's still just one person lineage. It's really simple and comprehensible. Human lineage is the huge clusterfuck, if you ask me.
There is a certain advantage to it, though. Their decentralized propagation makes it a lot more likely their race persist. The same cannot be said for ours. I still often wonder if we are the last of our kind.
You're still doubtful about whether you can hatch a new mother grub.
Yeah, more than doubtful, I'd say.
You shouldn't lose faith. I'm not even the slightest bit worried about whether you can do it. When you get the chance, just brainstorm about it with the Lolzons. They tend to be full of ideas. Anyway, I was trying to get down about it. I have a good feeling.
Arcat.
Carcat.
Get down about
Carcat.
what?
A particular obligation I have yet to fulfill. I sense she possesses some intelligence she wishes to be cagey about, Jesus, that was not the right pause. So I guess that part of the conversation has been concluded.
Obligation? Vriska, have you been dishing out more dirt on our strategy before formally bringing our meeting back to order? Pretty sloppy leadership move, if you ask me.
Okay, they had nothing to do with your and Kanaya's upcoming roles in this campaign. It was more of a private matter pertaining to Kanaya's broader significance of the future of our people. I will be clearly spelling out the roles you and she will be playing momentarily.
Me and she? As in, like, together? What the fuck are we supposed to be doing together?
You'll find out.
Great! I'm so glad! At this point, I only ever feel angst or even the slightest sense of agitation in my soul, to the precise extent that I worry Vriska might not have all of our fortunes completely mapped out already. I'm beginning to hyperventilate slightly less just thinking about it.
Good to hear, Carcat. Almost as cool as it is to see you. Yelled yourself out with John and Dave already and just have decided to come clock in with some yelling time with us. Your ability to dig deep down and find a second will is really quite astonishing. I shudder to think what would happen to this party if we ran out of its most precious natural resource.
Burned, owned, devastated. What more is there to say? Nothing, really. Unless you want whatever pitiful tatters of your self-image you have left to get power pissed on by God Queen Circuit herself yet again. Either that, or one could ruminate fondly over the heavenly ret-forked reality wherein she was stabbed in the back by her Moirail, and we all got to live out in the fucking bliss that timeline must have been. Just think of the peace and quiet we would have had on the meteor. It's something more than worth the piece of cannonballing ass first into some sort of massacre trap. Vriska's circuit, making the living envy the hypothetical dead since whenever it was she started doing that.
Way to stick the landing on that bar, genius. I appreciate it that you're not just moseying over to arbitrarily draw some utterly meaningless contention between us, but it's like I've said before many times, Carcat, I'm not interested.
Ouch! Slaughtered again! Hee hee hee! Don't listen to her, Kanaya. It's like this running gag she does all the time, to own me.
What?
It's this funny thing we do, or mainly she does, always implying that I've been spades crushing on her and getting shut down. It never stops being hilarious. First of all, as if she could prove anything. Second, if we're being totally fair here, more than a few of her snappy comments were arguably more tinged with that sort of eyebrow-cocking hostility than anything I've ever said to her. Maybe makes one a little suspicious, no? That maybe there's some projection going on here? Just saying.
Alright, Carcat. Dig yourself into whatever embarrassing hole you seem intent on digging. I'm just gonna keep on working the crowd a bit. As you know, a leader's job is never done. See ya.
Bye! Maybe try acting a little more gracious to defeat next time. Just a little advice from one leader to another.
She's gone. I think you needed to come up with that comeback a little faster.
Yeah. Damn!
I think as a friend it would behoove me to, confide somewhat about the realities of pursuing anything with her.
Wait, what? Kanaya, you weren't taking that pathetic, jokey, unrequited blackarm stuff seriously, were you?
Let's imagine that my attitude toward the joking on, or non-joking status of that is perfectly neutral. While I just say these things, aside from the fact that she literally just got finished telling me she wasn't interested in any non-pale relationships, I think that would be a blind alley regardless. I admit this from experience, and not without chagrin's hesitation. But only frustration and heartbreak are down that road.
Oh?
She's turned out to be a tremendous partner in pale relationships. Maybe even, a bit freakishly so? But anything stronger than that, I think, would probably be disastrous. She is way too focused and self-absorbed to maintain such strong feelings. She would need to learn to let go of some of her ambition and figure out the feelings. She might even figure out how to be happy. Shudder.
Yeah, wow, a chill just ran up my posture pole trying to imagine that. You know, I don't know if I've ever told you, but you have a really impressive grasp of a romantic analysis.
Well, I have read a lot of novels, too. I just don't brag much about it, because it would literally be preposterous to do so.
We should be jamming on the subject more. Maybe explore some of my more advanced theories. We're surrounded by amateurs in this field, so it gets a little bit frustrating. Well, the mayor's a good sounding board, at least, when I want to bounce some of my more out-there ideas off someone.
Why don't we schedule an academic conference sometime? Just you, me, and the...
Oh, fuck yes!
Where should I put an art-related thing? I guess like a comic in this
Art channel?
server?
Art channel? Yeah, that works.
If that counts, I guess. Okay.
My throat is dying. Thank God I don't have to do any more Carcat for a while.
Hey,
Okay,
Dave,
Well, for a while,
you're up
sir.
to
What?
Art
Ah,
I know.
oh,
giant
whippy
gallon of
dippy.
water.
here to
What?
let you know before
Trying to
we
get
got
the
to it.
voice mod. Let me get the voice
Oh,
mod
yeah,
up.
you gotta grow.
Hell yeah, my favorite.
Here,
This is high key the best.
Be right back before we
My
continue
voice,
on
my
to
voice
this
acting is so good. Intermission in the intermission, guys.
intermission in the intermission. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks crispy. Ooh.
All right.
There's
I'll be right back real quick before we start this awesome pester log.
Oh yeah.
while that's happening, I think I'll show off current thing I'm working on.
Now this is awfully meta. I like the no equals and the no arrow. That's pretty spicy.
Something like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's fake crash and mood A. Fake crash.
Fake crash.
Fake crash sweep. Fake crash.
Fake crash.
Yo!
Crash.
Yo! Yo!
Yo! Oh my god! It's the guy. Lex is gonna be so happy when he gets back.
Holy shit. Crazy.
That's the kid. No way.
That's the kid. That's the kid real.
Time for me
Now,
to roll.
Dirk, can you roll one of my wishes now?
Which means that he's gonna he's
man.
gonna wish the mask now.
Ooh,
Awesome.
and Dirk, you
Everybody
should
wants
hear
a mask.
when Anthony first
Go.
read Arqueus, right?
What happened
Why?
when he first
Why
read
should
Arqueus? What happened?
I don't want to die, Dirk. Do you? In the fucking auto tune.
No, dude, I wouldn't be able to keep my fucking composure. Like during
let's try out
no,
some voices.
We didn't either.
So we got
So-
the magic chords, the classic.
It was so
Voice
funny.
of
Like-
answer.
I wouldn't be able
Alice?
to take the fucking
Alice?
AI thing
Ah.
seriously.
What the fun?
I had him say the line like
Okay.
about 3,000 page or like 1,000 pages earlier before Arqueus even appears. I was like, "Hey, since the voice change," he's like, "Okay, what's it for?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it."
Okay, we're here. We're ready. I'm ready.
I've got one more thing to show. So, what? Okay, I worked on a fan kid's room. It looks desolate as hell. This is what I've been working on today. Mostly to test out some light as well, so that was a bit of a struggle.
Oh, the
But, yeah.
Halloween hat.
I'll be a part of it.
Ooh.
What's up, fuckers?
Hey, like you should look at
Death the
Buddha.
kid. Take him. Take Death the kid. Here, I have him. Take him.
What? You got the guy.
Yeah,
Death the kid. Yeah.
Right as you left.
That's so funny. That's the guy. Let's fucking go.
That's the guy.
He has the guy.
This is so
And now-
awesome.
Wish removed. That's the kid who wished the mask.
For real.
I hate this. I hate it here. I hate it here. I'm gonna lose the mask. This is so
Alright.
saddening.
Hey,
You just have to be the quickest.
should we start?
Yeah.
Wait. Are we waiting for that? Fuck it.
Or are we
I don't think we're waiting for it now.
No,
An angel is
Unless
just
Alex
lying.
is still showing us stuff.
Hey, am I interrupting anything?
No, pretty much that's fine.
no, it's the line.
That's the line.
Oh.
Oh shit! Fucking hell, I was just showing.
No, I know.
I'm good.
That's why I thought it'd be funny if I said it there.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Dave. No, Arqueus and I were just exchanging some notes before I bring the meeting to order again.
Okay, I just thought I would saunter on over here. Things are getting pretty lawn heavy over there.
It really is an awful lot of fucking lawns, isn't it?
2 was okay, or actually cool, but this? Yeah. Time to see what's up over here. How's it going there, Broquius Sprite?
Nearly finished radically downgrading Crocker here. I then plan on mourning the complete restoration of her woeful inferiority with a moment of silent, subtle flexing. Okay, that was some weird stuff to say, but
Not you,
cool.
not you.
Okay, that
You-
was
You-
weird stuff to say, but cool. So you are some sort of freak, right?
Fuck you, yes.
Okay, good to know. It's like talking to someone who is half my bro, but then not even really. The bro half is half AI or something, so maybe 1/4 bro, but then maybe even less because like all universe considerations and also part sprite.
I am notorious for being fucking sensational. At math.
Why did you censor it and then say it anyway?
Because I'm an idiot. I don't think I could break it down for you without lying about the precision of my figures. Which is a practice I am by no means above, mind you.
Yeah, the
bottom line is
I can tell you just a really watered down version, or maybe sweated down. Why the fuck are you so sweaty? And why are you such a dumbass?
I'm not. I tailed off less than a minute ago.
Oh God.
Sir Dave, there's much we could talk about en route to waxing hard sentimental about our dubiously shared fraternal past. Fact that I will not shouldn't be mistaken for preoccupation with the delicate cyber task, which is trivial to me since my mind is a faultless silicon mesh of living or algorithmic perfection. Neither should it be ascribed to the fact that my troll Hereditary finds the notion of a reunion with you to be boring as a fiddling fruit. It is mainly that such a bonding experience strikes me as an endeavor falling outside my totally ripped and kicktuckus purview. Brother times with real Dave would best be left to the custody of real Dork, not to mention someone who gives at least greater than half a stupid shoot about you.
You know, I'm kind of glad you sound this insane and for the most part barely understandable. Extra obvious you aren't legit my bro. Which means I can actually talk to you while only being like vaguely confused and unsettled instead of curling up into a ball and having some sort of social conniption. Speaking of which, when is he supposed to get here, by the way, so I can throw myself off this Lilypad?
Relax, Dave. He's scheduled to arrive around the same time as the other bad guys. You still have time. I could have expedited his arrival.
I'm the bad guy.
Shut up. But I knew that meeting him was going to be...
Lilypad first.
It was going to be a big deal for you, so I decided to let you have some space while we made some plans. See, I'm always thinking about what's good for you guys and what's best for overall strategy. Keeping everyone in high spirits is important.
What do you mean, expedited?
Never mind that. Just chill out.
Alright, so long as I am supposedly chilling and in no way wondering about my bro, are you sure there are no beverages in that fridge? No AJ or...
It's a blind alley, brother dog. I already asked if she had milk in there once, plus another 9 redundant times after that. I also asked if she would like to touch my muscles. The answers were 10 no's and 1 yes. That reminds me, Dave, would you like to touch my muscles?
Maybe later. So you're sure there's nothing to drink in there?
Yes, Dave.
Don't know why I'm so insistent. Not like my fridge ever had anything comestible inside. Like, why the fuck did you even bring it?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, come on. And Terezi has something to say.
Gamzee's in there.
Honk!
Oh, right. Somehow I forgot that we literally just established that you had Gamzee locked in there for some reason. You sure we shouldn't maybe let him out? He could suffocate in there.
He'll just revive. God tier style, right?
He's not a fucking god tier. He's faking it. He just made that fucking suit from scratch or something. I know he's complete trash, but maybe we should just let him out. What's the harm? It's not like he can cause much more trouble. We all way outnumber him and have way more powers and shit.
No. Oh, wow. No. We will never be hearing from him again. No. Never, 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 never again. Never. Wow.
So you're just gonna let him suffocate in there then?
Dave, give me a little more credit than that. Genji is supposedly relevant to some stuff that's going to happen in the new universe. He's still got some plot armor or some shit. So when the Earth is redistributed, I'm just going to drop this fridge in the fucking ocean or something and let him find his own way out.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, firm, but fair. Well, maybe not that fair, but I guess I don't care. So is John's hot mom awake yet?
No.
I mean, not hot mom, just mom. Damn. Did anyone else hear that?
Yes.
S.
Shit. Let's reboot all trains of thought starting now. How much longer till his hot mom's awake? Mom.
What?
I mean, his, not mine. His mom. Not my hot mom. My mom. I mean, fucking hell. Not my mom. His. John's hot mom. Jesus!
The Strider Express is off the rails again, so I'm going to duck out of this conversation. See you, everybody.
No, Vriska, don't go. At least do me the solid of letting me land squarely on some phrases that allow some plausible deniability over whether I think John's mom is super fucking hot. Shit, wait. Pretend I didn't say that while still rendering its meaning in your mind somehow. Vriska's gone. I'm not even talking to anyone.
Dave, forgive me if I'm missing some nuance here, but it sounds to me as if you believe John's mother is physically attractive.
Okay, now you're just twisting my words around.
What would John think?
Okay, that's an interesting thought, but hear me out. What if we ran an experiment and spent the rest of our lives finding out what happened if we never told him?
I will consider a request for secrecy. Maybe. Frankly, I'm not sure she's anything to write home about.
What? Oh, what the fuck? Are you on idiot drugs today? How could you possibly be serious about that? How is this unconscious teen grandmother not a completely smoking babe?
I guess she is not my container of scalding leaf liquid.
No, I don't even believe you. You're obviously just trying to rile me up by going against the grain of fragrantly obvious babe facts.
Is Dave saying inappropriate things about John's mother over there?
No, I'm not saying anything. Just standard casual observations from a regular bystanding person.
He keeps calling her hot.
Wow. Peddle lies much? I guess reprehensible dishonesty is all the rage with troll kids today.
Juvi.
Wait, what's going on? Are we all talking about how hot Jane is?
No! Maybe.
Because Janie is a straight up sexual fox riding a red hot nuclear bombshell right towards the Yowza Plaza in the heart of Babe City, Massachusetts, U.S. Motherfucking A. The last A just stands for more ass.
Thank you for defending the position I may or may not have been arguing for moments ago.
No comment.
Hey, are you guys talking about me? What's going on?
Nope!
Lamau.
Dave thinks your mom is hot.
What?
God damn it, Terezi!
Or was there
It's
home
happening.
stretch?
No more voice.
The hell.
There's a whole
Oh,
other
I
Lilypad
accidentally
section.
muted myself entirely.
Well
Awesome.
done. Round
Thank
of
you.
applause, everybody. Can we get some claps in chat?
Incredible.
Shut up. Become British.
I'm gonna...
Hey, Mr.
Where's-
Jake Harley, I presume?
Where's the clap emoji? Hold on. This is gonna be really funny.
Okay,
For sure.
can you at least say this stuff in British?
No, it's English, actually. 'Twas my grandma's surname.
Oh, my mistake. So then, is it just a coincidence that she had the same name as the invincible supervillain, or coincidences even real?
Can you even read?
Are coincidences even real?
I don't know. The history's a little murky to me. I heard she took the name from a nasty fella despite a wicked baroness.
Okay, good to know. It's been interesting to learn about how even though we are all pretty similar, we all had a lot of really different life details.
I guess so.
Like, there are all these things I take for granted about Jade's childhood, which in theory is similar to yours. But not really. She had a super powerful dog you didn't have. And also a grandpa you couldn't have had, because that was grown-up you. I'd be really curious to hear about all the differences in your life sometime, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Hell, I'd be really curious to hear about the differences in my alt life, so to speak. But Jane is asleep. I'm guessing she grew up in a similar situation I did, but with a bunch of differences. Guess I'll just have to wait.
Well, she was a good friend. I know lots of stuff about her life. What do you want to know?
Oh, let's see. So I was her grandpa instead of her being my nana? I'm not sure if that statement made sense, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, she had a pop-up. He was this really funny and beloved old-time comedian, so I guess that's the guy you grew up to be.
Cool! Never knew my nana growing up, especially as an urn of ashes above the fireplace. I only met her as a sprite. Was I dead? Or was he?
Yep, but he wasn't ashes. They had a different way of preserving him, which I think was arguably more dignified.
How?
Have you seen Weekend at Bernie's?
No. I've heard of it I've heard of it though.
Oh man, you have to see it! It's about a couple of knuckleheads who parade around with a funny corpse trying to pass him off as a living friend and a good time Charlie over a series of escapades.
Sounds incredible.
I still have it if you want to see it sometime.
Definitely. So, you like movies?
Do I?
I love movies too. There's a bunch I'd want to show you, assuming you haven't already seen them already. I love talking about them with people. I think my friends usually just humor me about the movies I liked, but I have a feeling you'd really dig them.
Oh, I guarantee you I would.
Awesome. I can't wait to show you some. So, what mean that means Jane had an old man corpse version of me around somewhere? Like in her house?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds pretty preposterous to me. But I guess she must have grown up thinking it was normal.
Not really. She was always pretty put off by it, to be honest.
Poor Jane. I'll have to apologize to her for freaking her out from beyond the grave. That was her life like what was her life like otherwise?
Pretty typical, I'd say. She always characterized it as boring. But I never agreed, really. She got to live on the mainland with access to all kinds of things I didn't have. Plus, she lived with a cool and manly father who cared about her a lot and seemed like a stand-up gent.
Oh, she lived with her dad too? So you know anything about him?
Not much other than what I just said and a few things she told me. I think he was stern and fatherly and dressed well, if memory serves. He was a private detective at one point.
A private detective? Wow. Sounds like he must have been a completely different kind of dad from the one I had. All these differences are so interesting. Some are subtle, but some are drastic, like this one apparently is. It would be neat to meet them. I mean, not that it would be much of a substitute for getting to see my dad again, since they're totally different people, but you know what I mean. Do you know what happened to him?
I'm not sure. I kind of lost track of him for a while. I think he might be in jail?
Jail?
Yeah, this. I think. I could be wrong, though.
I'll make a mental note to check on him sometime soon. I bet Jane would want to know. When she wakes up, I'll ask her about it.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Completely different father, of course.
You know, Jake, at first you seemed pretty shy, but you know, you don't really seem that way at all now. You just strike me as a nice regular dude who likes movies and stuff. I'm glad we are getting a chance to talk.
Yeah, me too. I've been feeling way out of sorts since I got sprung from the big house and dragged along to this here frog stage to suddenly bump gums with way too many people. But you're really good company, John, and you know how to make a guy feel at ease.
Yeah, it is a lot of people. I'm having trouble keeping track of everyone myself.
They all seem like decent folk and all, but I guess everyone's catching me at a bad time. This wasn't how I pictured things going at all.
How are you picturing it?
Naively, I suppose. It's not that I was expecting differently of everyone else, more that I had spurious versions of my own conduct. Remember the letter I sent you?
Yes.
All the excitement and swagger you'd hear from me in those words. That's the man I thought I'd be when you met me. A man of action and gumption. Hell, when I wrote that, I thought by now people would even have come to see me as a leader. What a laugh. I turned out to be such a disappointment to myself and everyone else. The bravado in that letter was fake, I've realized lately. I've realized a lot of things. That I could never be a leader or a people person or probably ever have a quality relationship with someone. So it's hard to get up a lot of moxie for a big moment like this, even though I'm as excited about it as everyone else. Tavra Sprite already tried cheering me up and he's nice, but I don't think it worked. Like, by saying maybe all that stuff isn't true and maybe I'm actually really great in all the ways I just don't think I am. It's a nice thought, but also really just doesn't make me feel any better. John, you seem like the kind of guy who likes trying to cheer up a pal, so I guess just so you know, someone already tried telling me I was wrong and it didn't work.
I don't think you're wrong though. Well, I don't know. We just met. What could I know about you other than what you tell me? I believe you about all that. Really, it just sounds to me like you are going through a lot of changes. Changes are good, especially if if you understand that's what's happening to you. I think that's how we grow and stuff. I think I've changed in a lot of ways. Some ways that weren't easy.
Yeah?
Sure. So, you're realizing you like being by yourself. It sounds like big deal. I like being alone a lot of the times too. It helps me think. If that's who you are, there's nothing wrong with that. Jade's grandpa liked being by himself too. so much so that he moved to an island as far away from civilization as possible, but he still did adventurous stuff and was super successful. And also raised a cool granddaughter, who was actually his daughter, and I guess also yours?
Huh. Yes, I guess you're right.
And if nothing else, at least you have a cool costume.
You really like it?
Hell yes, especially the pants.
Wow, thanks! Sometimes I worry that I might look a little silly and feel kind of exposed, maybe? Like I'm on sexy
No.
display or such, and people don't see me as a person.
I wouldn't worry about that. I love the god tier pajamas, and yours are badass. You look like a superhero.
Really?
Emphasis on the ass. Yes, well, maybe a plucky sidekick at least. Sidekicks are really underrated anyway. I think in some cases they might be the real stars. Like, Batman? Truth be told, I think he might just be some kind of gallivanting idiot. He's got all the money and skills in the world, and what does he do? He buys a fancy car to drive around in, then jumps out and starts punching crooks with his bare hands. Then, when he gets hornswoggled by a willy clown with no powers, shut up, and a lot less money, who has to bail him out? His sidekick, of course.
And until the cloud kills the sidekick. Yeah, you're
Now-
right.
What is Batman even trying to prove, being all serious and cool looking? His sidekick looks like he has a lot more fun and smacks of confidence and self-assurance trotting around in his underpants. Batman probably doesn't even care much about stopping crime. It's more about walloping thugs and getting to feel cool. If he really cared about stopping bad guys, he'd probably use his fancy money to buy guns and at least show the criminals he's packing to make them scared, if not surrender outright. But his sidekick probably just has to wait for Batman to bungle things up with his stupid karate, and then he gets in trouble. The sidekick just guns down all the crooks from a safe distance like a sensible person.
Well, I do love guns and also fisticuffs.
See? There you go. You're better than Batman already.
Whisper. Fuck.
Hold on. Shh.
Whisper.
Listen.
Whisper. Mayor. Whisper. Cantown? But where? Earth? Whisper. The scale? Don't see how. You're really going. Build.
He's talking to the mayor again.
So it seems. They really appear to have quite the report.
I just love how he talks to the mayor. It's like he made up this whole language of like minimal talking and hand gestures. It's so cute.
Ahem! Egbert, what the fuck? Were you eavesdropping?
No,
This is a fucking private conversation. Stop being rude garbage.
I wasn't eavesdropping. You just happened to be like right fucking there, and you're a really loud whisperer.
Oh, okay then. Here, have an excessively quiet. Shut the fuck up.
Sorry. Go back to your cute mayor conference. We'll mind our own business. I feel like someone needs to sneeze right now. Oh, I was right. Oh man, what's going on now?
Achoo! Meow. Achoo! Why? Achoo! Does he need losses need? Achoo! To be here. Achoo! My allergies.
Jaspers, what are you? Wait a minute. Rose, is that you?
Meow.
Oh my god. I turned my back for 2 seconds and something stupid happened.
Achoo!
This is... No fucking way! No fucking way!
Done.
We did it.
Yeah,
We
thank
fucking
God
did
we
it.
have no more
We did it,
choice
man.
panels. We did it.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
I'm
There's
assuming
two.
choice panels are
We
gonna
made
come
it.
back.
We made
There's
it.
two more.
We did
There's
it.
two more choice panels.
That's terrible.
Why are you ruining this? God damn it, Juvi.
Fun.
It was supposed to be a
Jeez,
fun
Juvi.
surprise. What a killjoy.
Exactly.
Man,
Come on.
you
man.
ruined it.
Marcel.
I want to
You
go to
ruined
bed now.
everything.
No,
And
no,
no
you
more
don't. No, you
Homestuck.
don't. No,
No
No, you
more
don't. No,
Homestuck.
you don't. No, you
No,
don't.
no,
No, you don't. No, you
no,
don't.
no,
No, you
you
don't.
don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No more
If you
Homestuck.
go to bed, you're John Egbert.
More Homestuck.
Real. When you go to bed, you join Amber.
What the
Don't do
fuck, guys? Okay, well, Frisk guy.
Okay, everybody, time's up. Wrap up your conversations. Our tactical meeting is officially. Fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Jeez,
fuck you.
You're a bitch.
The tactical meeting.
You're a bitch. I
Get
hate
back to our
all
You're
of
a
you.
bitch, and I
hate
did your mom.
Whoa, dude.
Real.
Whoa, dude. Whoa.
Actual spinning.
Whoa.
Don't
I
whoa
have to
me.
say the
Whoa.
highlight so far this night was Anthony sounding like he was about to cry, talking the Arqueus voice. So
That was fucking killing me.
with the sweaty towel, but that was
Another
so
stream?
Good. Get your ass back here. Anyways, wrap up your conversations. Our tactical meeting is officially back in order.
OMG.
Alright, has everyone shut up yet?
good. I think so.
Great. Let's not waste another second then. I'm diving right into this. Everyone pay close attention and try to keep up. I'll start by describing the exact nature of the threats we're dealing with and go from there.
You know what the best part about that is, Ash?
Yep.
I have it on recording.
Oh, it's so good.
That's awesome. Delete it.
No, upload it.
This is gold. Why would I delete it?
He is gonna upload it to youtube.com on the official
Let-
Kotan
It'll
YouTube
get-
channel.
it'll get 3
Let's
views.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah,
I know Blue will watch all the way through.
Blue is
for
here
sure.
Hi,
the
Blue.
entire time.
Oh, Lord.
Why would they listen to this?
Because it's Homestuck.
Exactly.
I would never listen to it. It has my voice in it.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, moment.
Good
Listen
thing
to
you
it
barely
anyway.
talk.
Yeah.
Damn. Anyway. You know who talks
According-
a lot?
Fuck you guys. Whatever. Fuck yourselves. According to the intelligence gathered during our trip, along with some
I'm just gonna say
reconnaissance
Briscoe.
work on arrival, this session has 4, possibly 5 major adversaries. The Condess, of course, and 3 Jack Noirs, varying levels of danger, plus a female Presbyterian, equivalent power to the strongest Jack. She's sort of an X factor. It's hard to accurately gauge her threat level,
Jack's gonna give
but
it
I'm
to
not
you.
about. I'm gonna give you a knuckle sandwich. Not about to take any chances. All these threats are just outside the Sinisphere, en route to the session as we speak. Once they arrive, all hell will break loose. That's when the end game is officially go. Like Marvel, the Avengers. You only have a couple hours to prepare, so you need to listen to every word I say. Victory will depend on following my plan to the letter. Learn English could beat Thanos.
True.
Roxy.
Oh,
Roxy.
so
Space
where's the? No, I'm doing Yu-Gi-Oh stuff.
Oh.
Roxy, how did you get
worse.
fucking
In the middle
Yu-Gi-Oh
of
cards on
Homestuck?
this disc?
Amazing, Roxy.
How?
I don't need to read. I'm listening. You guys got good
You
voice
need to
acting
read.
skills.
Well,
You are Roxy.
Okay, well,
You
you're
shall
voice
read
acting
the
now,
Roxy.
Roxy. Get the fuck
Exactly.
up. Stop fucking with your
Fuck off
blue-eyed
you.
white
She
dragons.
could have said
Exactly.
like two and a half lines by now if we stopped talking about Yu-Gi-Oh.
For
So,
real.
where's the Condus right now?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
She's on Dirt, preparing for the same critical.
No, not you.
I'm sorry. Brady caught her completely off guard, posting some hostages and key points of leverage. We've essentially reached a temporary ceasefire by the fall while both sides regroup. This is not how she expected things would go. We have the advantage of surprise that time, but we won't be so lucky next time. She's waiting for the Jacks to get here just like we are. Once they do, she'll instantly have the upper hand, and she knows this. Her particular combination of abilities, along with her supervillain-like cunning, make her extremely dangerous part of this equation. That's when we need a good strategy in place before the shit hits the breeze blender.
So, in addition for waiting for way too many Jacks to get here, we're also waiting for my bro too, right? Who gets here at the same time, or
Yes, the other strider was banished to the periphery of as
periphery?
well. Periphery, bitch, as
Periphery.
well, and is in. Kill yourself, and is in transit. He'll arrive at the same time, give or take, and should be a great tactical asset, unlike you did. Sources tell me the dude is pretty good with a sword.
Shit. That's me. I'm the source. I told her that, and it's true.
Yeah,
Arqueus is sounding more and more like Tavros.
Fuck you, Dave. Fuck you.
I think that's Sir Dave.
This is
to you.
starting to sound a bit complicated. How are we supposed to keep track of all these villains? Coming and
you're right, Kanaya. At this point in the meeting, I think we could use some diagrams to help with the battle plan. Okay, if you wouldn't mind.
I still have no idea why you put me on drawing duty. I'm easily the worst artist here, and in a setting that includes Dave. Let's get real, that's no small feat.
I specifically assigned you to diagramming duties so that it would keep you occupied. That way, you stand a chance of keeping your mouth shut while I talk strategy.
That's worked out great so far, hasn't it? We've lost how many strategy tags to be complaining about drawing already?
Sure, but I know that drawing requires a lot of concentration from you. Once you're in the zone, I'll expect you to simmer down.
Wow, fuck you! You're probably right, but fuck you nevertheless. Where the shit is my art pencil? I have some drawing to do. Gonna draw some vent art, Vriska.
Let's run down the threat list with a full debriefing on each threat. We'll start with the Big Fish herself, the former Empress of our world. Her imperious condensation. The only reason we've been able to temporarily neutralize her stronghold on the session is by taking away 2 major pieces away from her. Hardly rest assured she's already scheming to reassert her dominance. If not for my intervention here, I bet everything I had on the Sea Witch. She spent centuries upgrading her abilities, which now include both kinds of telekinesis. Simpler variety, with more common with Rustbloods, and the nasty kind, which sometimes yellow-blooded mutants have, involving all the fucking eye lasers and shit. If that weren't enough, she has a mix of telepathic abilities too, like mine, plus an animal communion, kind of typical of brown bloods.
like me!
Yes, Stavros, like you. This means she can hijack animals and trolls, assuming they aren't particularly resistant to influence, like me, obviously. Humans, I'm guessing, are still off limits to her influence, unless they've got some animal blood in them, which makes good such a dangerous element here. One of the mission critical priorities is to make sure she stays asleep. If she ever wakes up, takes control again, that's probably going to be game over for you guys. Jade's first guardian abilities makes her too much to deal with on top of everything else. It's also possible that the Condess may have some sway over the Presbyterian and one of the Jacks because of their part dog nature too. It's hard to say what their level of resistance is, so I really can't be sure. Strategically, it's best to err on the safe side though, and presume that this can be an issue. This is why taking on the Condess has to be a huge priority. Ideally, you should be trying to kill her or disable her as quickly as possible, but if that's easier said than done, do what you need to do to keep her occupied. Throw everything you have at her, whatever crazy powers you get. Just keep her busy, distracted enough by a bunch of pesky kids so she won't have time to get cluttered with her powers. This is the best defense against the odd chance that she might be able to sway Jack and the Presbyterian, and a failsafe in case Jade wakes up for whatever reason. When it comes to killing her, I don't have much advice. There's no intel on her weaknesses or anything like that. In fact, she doesn't have any. Like a power. You just have to keep away at her until she's dead. Enough said.
Vriska, get back here. Why'd you walk away?
What? When?
Vriska, don't fall off
What?
the
No.
Lilypad.
Because enough said. Enough said.
We're done. Alright, that's the whole plan. If you miss parts of it, go fuck yourself.
True.
You know, that sounds like
Jack.
that sounds like Vriska, so that fits.
So fucking true. To differentiate, I'll give them nicknames. There's Dog Jack, Lord Jack, and Robo Jack. Let's talk about them in order of threat level. Carcat, I'm gonna need another shitty drawing. This time with Dog Jack and his Presbyterian counterpart, please.
Prospition is how that word is said.
Suspicion, suckdition, mission.
Shut the fuck
yourself.
up.
That was a bad.
Fuck yourselves. Whatever.
Literally goes to
Whatever.
You know what?
Whatever.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
You.
Oh, you really got him there.
So true.
Great
I see
community
you on
I visited in a while. what a great lively bunch.
Aren't you glad you rejoined?
Oh yeah,
Hang
no,
out
of
for a
course.
bit. Yeah.
Couldn't.
Happy to have you here.
Oh, well, I'm glad to be here.
I don't like your sarcasm.
I wasn't being sarcastic.
This is
Fuck
sarcasm.
you. Fuck
You're-
you. Backhanded.
Eefle's the toxic one here.
I am.
For real, you're so toxic, Eefle. Why are you
What
so
the
toxic?
hell?
Well, you just
Hey,
said
you should
real,
stop
and
doing
now
this.
you're disagreeing with us.
Yeah, because now you guys are saying it too much, and now it's actually like, you know.
Yeah,
I
you're
see
right.
your
Usually
own
when I
turn.
say it.
Exactly, so true. It's only good if Kotan says it. Everything is good when Kotan says it, right, guys?
It's true.
All agree with me on
No.
this. True.
Everyone
No.
agrees, right?
Everyone agrees. Right? Juvi? Right?
Right?
Right? Juvi? Yeah?
What's going on?
You are
Yeah.
really just tuning all of us out. Wow.
No, no, no,
Uh-huh. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was really taking up all of your attention, huh?
Oh man.
no. Okay. What did you
Yeah?
say about the
No,
thing?
it's too late. You had to be there.
It's too late.
I agree
Yeah,
then.
you just-
Awesome. That's
Awesome.
we win. We win the vote. Fuck all.
yeah,
of you.
exactly. It's so true.
Anyway,
I
I
hate
see
just watch the video, Juvi.
real.
I mean, I was hearing you guys, but it's just I didn't have any idea what it was for.
No, it's fine.
You're good. I see you are intent on being a wriggler about this, as we all have come to expect. Whatever, I've been working within the confines of everyone's stupid limitations already, so I might as well work around yours as well.
Whoa.
There, perfect. Dog Jack is easily the most powerful adversary of the bunch in terms of pure physical capability. The contest has the edge in guile and flexibility, and Lord Jack has a ton of offensive power too. But there's nothing quite like the first Guardian abilities to give someone overwhelming tactical advantage. The ability to teleport anywhere in the session, anytime, or anyone, anywhere, anytime, while having access to an inexhaustible power supply from the Green Sun really makes it no contest even against an otherwise awesome combatant. If it was just you and him to deal with, I wouldn't like your odds, honestly. But luckily for us, there's a major factor in which should mostly neutralize him during this huge melee, which is the white woman jump scare. Power-wise, she's precisely an even match for him. And better yet, she's apparently can't stand the guy. I still don't know what her real motives are. But you know what they say, enemy of my enemy and all. So I say let her have at him, and the opportunity presents herself, help her defeat him. I will also give this bit of advice. If Jade ever wakes up and the contest is sufficiently preoccupied, make sure Jade goes nowhere near the contest and stick her on Dog Check. She's the only one here whose abilities are on par with his, so that's where they're best applied. Got it? Good.
Got it.
Got it.
Oh, thank God.
Next, Lord Jack. Carcat?
Cash roll. Alright.
God.
Jesus. Come on, guys. No?
Bro. Next. How does this look? How does this look?
Yeah,
Sorry.
asshole.
Great. I think I can work with this. Ah, yes, a true work of art has been made here today. Anyways, this ugly customer you see here, this is Jack, native to this session we're in now. Somehow he got possessed by, or like confused with, Lord English's crazy, ridiculously destructive magical energy. I have no idea why or how this happened, how it's theoretically even possible, or why we should even actually care. The fact of the matter is, it happened, and now we have to deal with this hideous rainbow-dyed monstrosity. Given what I have learned about Lord English's abilities, this will make his attacks quite lethal, and he will be extremely difficult to kill. In fact, that fucking rainbow energy might just give him the highest constitution ranking of any adversary, possibly making him the toughest one out here to actually kill off. This is the only reason he's not a dog tier threat level is because for all of his power, at least it's localized to whatever he happens to be. He's about as slow as any of us, slowly, fuck it. He's not as quite as relevant to keep occupied or even defeat as the contest itself, but he's still going to be. Thank you, Dave. To be as huge trouble when he gets here. You're gonna need to stick some really good fighters on him.
Dave, but you know.
My advice is also seriously prepare for casualties during this fight. As the group chief healer, Jane is going to need rapid access to multiple fronts of the battle. More on that later.
More at 8.
So true.
like Friska number.
So
No
true.
freaking way.
That brings us to RoboJack. He's the Jack originating from our session. Remember in Carcat? We actually planned with him to take down Black King. Seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? Now apparently he's got some cybernetic upgrades. Who the fuck knows how that happened, or for that matter, why he's on his way here now. My mind boggles trying to even picture the amount of stupid shit he's been through between now and when we knew him. Put that on the ever-lengthening list of garbage that doesn't matter and nobody cares about. The fact is, I have no idea what his affiliations are at this point, but like I'm always saying, let's just plan for the worst and assume this is another scrub we've got to kill. He's on the lowest threat level, so his various
Scrub.
enhancements and accessories may pose more of a challenge than we bargained for. He's also traveling with a Juju known for its high storage capacity, so he's possibly packing company. Maybe a lot of company. I won't get into that now, though. We only need a reserve squad for dealing with this guy and whoever he's brought along for the ride. It's a lesser priority, so I recommend an ensemble of third stringers. No offense to whoever those brave souls might be. Every lame wad has their place in epic battle, and everyone's effort counts.
Ugh.
Egbert looking kid, I'm looking at you.
Oh,
Possibly you too, Tavros. Maybe.
Yeah.
well, that's that, I suppose.
That covers the overall tactical situation. Great job, Carcat. Really just an all-around great job. I mean that.
Thank you.
Now listen, we've got to keep these battles spread across the session so you all don't start tripping on each other's toes, turning this more into a clusterfuck than it already is. This means you need to station teams ready to intercept the Jacks wherever they're coming from. You also need to launch your lightning strike raid on the Condesp before any of them get here. As for your party's healer, like I said, she'll need to be highly mobile. So what you'll need to do is lay out a network of key portals and transportalizers so she can make the rounds and be in tight communication with her. More and less relevant, more mobile folks should get on that now. See, scatter windows and portals around like various battle sites.
Roxy!
Yo, did you loot my house or something?
Please don't interrupt. Transportalizers will work too if you can get them all hooked up right. This is definitely busy work, but but it's also really important, so we need someone competent in charge of this.
I think I can handle that.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm quite mobile in this new form. Also, I think my abilities will help with forecasting the optimal network to lay out, along with helping Jane coordinate her routes during battle. Plus, I have to admit, I kind of relish the idea of being a less relevant party member, particularly since I think it is now inherently true.
Okay, Rose. Rose Sprite? That's great. You can volunteer for this job if you want. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll be divvying up the roles momentarily, but cool. We have you down for that. Again, that's critical. The whole party will need to defend Crocker's life at all costs. She can't get sucked in any combat. If she dies, we'll all be fucked. Be sure to fill her in on the logistics whenever Arqueus has finished deprogramming her. Everyone got it? Awesome. Since that pretty thoroughly covers the full tactical situation, we can move on to the real strategizing. Now we can assign combat roles. Okay, bye.
And there goes Alex.
Adios.
Bye,
Yep,
Australian.
Peace. Oh.
Frisco, wait!
Hmm?
Before you go on, I just wanted to say, I'm really impressed with your strategic analysis so far. You really seem to be all over this. I wouldn't even know where to begin figuring all this stuff out. Anyway, I'm glad we have you back on our side.
Oh, thanks, John.
Just thought I'd say.
Oh.
And he's back.
Welcome back.
I didn't want you to go through all this stuff for us, thinking it was going unappreciated. Anyways, please continue.
You got it. Now it's time to divide everyone into teams. Let's go down the list of foes again and assign party members to each battle. Once again, starting from the top.
I'm so happy Vriska is a character again, guys. OMG.
Yeah.
I'm so happy
Yeah?
that she came back to cure alcoholism and is still here.
Well,
Yeah.
She's got to plan everything, and then she's gonna leave momentarily.
Exactly.
Any second now.
Any second. The Condesp. We'll need a team to raid Durst again, but this time for all the marbles. And remember, this raid has to start before the rest of the action to keep her from getting the upper hand. And the party has to be at least good enough to defeat her. or keep her busy for a long time. So who wants a piece of the sea, bitch?
Whoa, that's a W there, Vriska. I'm sorry. Your profanity is not wanted. See, look, Rose and Roxy clearly
Oh my
agree.
god.
Me. We have to say it at the same time.
3, 2, 1.
2, 1.
Me.
We did it.
Sorry, I
We
was
did
muted.
it.
I was muted. I did say it. That is true.
We did it.
No, we got it.
We got
Firm
it.
handshakes all around.
Oh,
Well, alright. I got 2 takers from the little. I got 2 takers from the Lalon camp. We'll need to go. We'll need more though. Who else?
I'll go.
You sure, John?
I think so. From what you said, it sounds like this is the most important battle. If we don't keep her busy, everything could get messed up. I think I'd be good at that. I can use all my windy powers for distractions and such.
Okay, you're with the Lalons then. Make it count.
I may as well go too. It would be a shame if the party defeating the woman who terrorized our planet for ages had no representation for the species.
Shame or not, I'm afraid that won't work now.
Why not?
You can't join the party. Well, not yet at least. There's another critical role which you specifically need to play first. We can't risk losing you in battle until it's complete.
What is it?
I'll explain later, after the teams are set. Okay, let's say Team Condos is good enough for now with John, Rose, and Roxy. Next foe, Dogjack. Like I said, we're banking on the white woman keeping him busy, so he's not an immediate battle priority. We won't designate a team for him right now, but as I mentioned, in the event Jade wakes up for some reason, she should be reserved exclusively for this fight. That means someone needs to tell her, if not in person, then some other way. Perhaps leave a reminder for her, maybe tied to her finger or something. Wink. Others can join the fight against him if need be, once their targets have been dealt with. Until then, better let the heavy hitters keep him in check. Next, Lord Jack. Who wants dibs on this guy?
I guess that's me.
Okay, Dave.
There are all these rumors swirling around that I've got to beat Ellie anyway, which is probably bogus, but whatever. Killing this guy at least would be the next best thing, right? So maybe if I do that, I could, like, put the prophecy to rest.
That logic sounds reasonable to me. For what it's worth, I never bought the idea that you were supposed to be the one to kill Lord English anyways. So that's one down. Who else?
Oh, really?
Okay, why not? Sorry, I was muted again.
Awesome. You sure, Terzi? You know, I'm mortal, remember? And this one's going to be tough.
You said we need good fighters to go at this guy, and I think I'm pretty decent, at least at stabbing things. So I'll go. Besides, someone has to witness Dave's heroism if he wants to be let off the hook for that prophecy.
Hey, it's your decision. Anyone else?
What about Dave's bro? I heard he's supposed to be hot shit.
Yeah, sure, that's fine if you're comfortable volunteering someone who isn't here for a deadly battle. It's cool if you want to do that.
Dave, come on. As if it's not extremely likely he'd seek you out upon getting here anyway. Why don't we just pencil him into the team as probably? Just be sure to debrief him on the whole situation when he gets here. Thinking, you know what, Dave? Okay, great. Which reminds me, what about you, Arquis? How do you want to fit into this?
Fuck. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to crunch some more numbers in the vast combat matrix I just compiled now. In the micro blink of a nanosecond to deduce the optimal strategic appropriation of my assets, i.e. muscles. Joining real Dave in battle is semi-tempting, but I do not wish to horn in on real Dirk. Instead, I would prefer to blaze my own trail with my own hooves. Always wanted to do something really important and heroic. I mean, aside from all the other stuff I have done like that, which is quite a lot, but something quite grandiose and perfectly unmistakable as a gesture turning the tide of fortune for all of existence. This is what I have always desired. Well, that is to say, both halves of me once had such an ambivalent desire which can compromise by our respective internalized conflicts. But together that desire is fully realized, no longer ambivalent. Nay, it is now fully benevolent, perhaps even unvalent. Yeah. I would like my gesture to shock everyone. It must come from out of the blue, make virtually no sense, done all involved, and have a lasting, profoundly unintelligible impact in all future and pseudo-future events.
Hmm.
Does this answer your question?
Oh, sorry, I was just temporarily mesmerized by your incredible spiel. Needless to say, I absolutely agree with your philosophy on heroic action, wanting to do something important. In any case, you've earned that right to do whatever the fuck you want, just by dint of being awesome. End of story. Okay, next. We'll need to designate a team for Robojack and his entourage. Alright, full disclosure, this is where things get kind of stupid. Even talking about this guy and his crew is probably a waste of good tactical analysis, but the fact is, he's going to be here and you're going to have to deal with this bullshit. I strongly recommend the dregs of your party stuck with mop-up duty on this. Really, I'm kind of laughing already. No, man, I really don't want to spoil too much fun for you guys, but no, I shouldn't.
What?
Okay, intelligence reports I've gathered, namely through a bit of time-hopping reconnaissance, suggest Robojack may, I repeat, may be in transit with a bunch of green time-traveling idiots in that oven. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, if true, none of these bozos are particularly powerful. They'll just mainly be a nuisance. Who wants to deal with them? Hey, kid! Kid! Yes, I'm talking to you again. God damn it. What was his name again? Joke?
Oh,
Jesus Christ, I just opened so many tabs. Stop. It's Jape, and you know it.
Listen, Joke. Joke! Snap out of it! I'm talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
This is a strategy session, Joke. Please stay alert. Now, do you think you can handle being on this team? Awesome. That's the spirit. This assignment would be right up your alley, kid. Who else?
Me. I'll do it.
Thanks for volunteering, Tavros. This fight is pretty well suited to your skill set, too. You can join Joke here and help him get ready, but the one thing I really need you to do before this battle starts.
Oh, really? What?
I'll explain it later to you in private, but it's critical, and it's something only you can do.
Oh, that makes me the funny feelings combination of skeptical, nervous, and excited.
Good! That's exactly how you should be feeling about it. Trust me. Does anyone else want to step forward?
Are you fucking with me now?
Come again?
Well, let's see if I'm telling this up right. John and Lalonde's 1 and 2 are on Team Condis. The Strider Bros and Pyrope are on the Lord team. Jade, when not on nap duty, is on the Dog team, exclusively. The Mayor isn't doing shit, because I am personally seeing to it that not a single post-apocalyptic tatter on his head gets harmed. Crocker's on healing detail, and Lalonde 3 volunteered to support that. Kanai has some vague yet-to-be-explained mission to do, and so does Tavros, and Joke here just got shunted off to the Pee-wee League. So who the fuck is even left, aside from me, and the fucking cat, I guess? Are you sure we shouldn't pick a role for Rose's fucking cat lists before moving on to the absolute bottom barrel, sometimes referred to as the Vantis Zone?
Oh, great point, Carcat. Hey, there, kitty.
Meow!
What would you like to do?
I would like to eat some tuna fish and cuddle with either Rose or Roxy or both.
Aw, okay, that can be your very important job. Don't let us down.
Purr, purr, purr.
Thank God we sorted that out. Now that we've established that Kitty Cat is heading up the fish-eating operation, I think we can safely proceed to the rung of strategic importance directly below that. The infamous, what is Carcat going to do rung? And since everyone else has a job and my skills are relatively unimpressive, I'll have to sign up for Team Dipshit too. Hell, even the kid in the banana hammock is a god tier at least, so I guess that means I'll be taking orders from him? Sure, why not? Second in command to a third-rate hero sounds just right to me.
Third-rate duelist. Carcat, yes. You are absolutely
I thought too.
You're absolutely right about that. You basically suck, and that as a tactical resource, you should be managed accordingly. But you aren't joining Joke's team or doing fighting for that matter. Like Kanaya, there's another more pressing matter reserved for you. In fact, same as hers.
What the fuck? When were you planning on telling me this?
Carcat, I already alluded to this when you waltzed over, interrupted my conversation with Kanaya and pretended you weren't flirting with her. Remember?
Oh, right. Well, what's this pressing matter?
I'm getting to that. Very soon, in fact. I just need to get the teams squared away first.
Okay, well, are they?
Looks like it.
So that means Jake, I mean, really is a one-man team designated for Robojack and his oven bozos?
Apparently. You okay with that, kid? You can do it. Just believe in yourself or whatever the fuck. When in doubt, just remind yourself that battle isn't even particularly important. And help could be on the way once some of the other battles start coming into some sort of resolution. Just hang in there.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. The contest. That concludes the tactical planning part of this debriefing. It's all perfectly logical, right? No questions or anything? Cool. Really, I shudder to think what you numbskulls would be doing if I went around, like John just implied with his nice remarks. He really did you all the biggest fucking favor in the history of time shenanigans by clobbering me in the face 3 years ago. You should make him a gift basket when this is all over to show your gratitude. No need to thank me, of course. I'm just doing my job here. Now, let's go over some really basic non-combat endgame stuff, and we'll be ready to break.
Like Avengers.
First, Carcat and Kanaya's mission I alluded to a minute ago. This is really important. You both listening?
Yes.
No.
Okay, well, 1 out of 2 isn't bad. As long as Kanaya understands that's mainly what matters, since she's the more important part of this equation.
Wow, I'm fucking shocked. What does she have to do?
You both have to go to Jade's Platinum and see Echidna. Even though the session is about as far from normal as it could possibly get, same basic rules still apply. Somebody needs to go seek an audience with her, and get her to agree to release the Genesis frog, or tadpole that grows up to become the frog, which is the stage of development he's in at that point. Remember, Kanaya, you said you had to do this on the planet to get a frog released into the sky.
Jesus Christ, Eefle. Yeah,
And take a
she
big
asked
breath.
me to do something impossible, to which I replied, that's impossible. So she ended up demanding that I fight her. So I did, which made me feel sad. I'd rather not have to do that again. Will I have to do that again?
If that's what you want, then yes.
Why does it have to be me, though?
Because someone has to. Sources tell me this is the plan the Conda set for you before we derail all his shit.
You keep talking about all these sources. Who are all these sources? Did artists tell you this too?
Source, I made it up. No, look, I've been busy, okay? Information is everywhere. If you know. There's a lot of agents on the inside who are wise to the old lady's plans. Shaking the bushes for good intel isn't that complicated. It just takes a little effort. Some people on this Lilypad maybe should try looking into that sometime.
If you say so.
You just put a lid on it for a second and listen. Normally Jade would be the one to do this, but at the time Jade had become corrupted, so I guess Echidna wouldn't deal with her. And now Jade's asleep, which is exactly what she needs to stay. So it leaves the person Echidna requested in Jade's absent, which is you. I'm assuming because you're also a space gobbled nonsense language. But that's not all there is to it. She also requested you to bring Carcat.
Ugh, why the hell would you want to see me?
No idea. Denizens are mysterious. Maybe she wants a night along, or a blood player. Maybe she just has a bone to pick with you in particular. You know, since you and Kanaya were both involved in your frog breeding our session, and let's face it, you kind of messed that up. You're pretty hasty and reckless about it, and the result was a defective frog. Sure, there's more to it than that, like problems with the human session that were totally interpolated with ours, due to the cynical time garbage, but you get the point. Echidna probably doesn't take kindly to the people who are cavalier with the sake of frog duties. That's kind of her domain, like the propagation of existence and all that. So maybe you've got some stuff to atone for before you agree to let another precious frog out of your divine custody.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Trying to make me feel bad about some ancient history so I'll be nervous about this encounter. Well, I'll share you the trouble. Spare you. I'm already nervous. I don't want to go prostrate myself before a babbling snake goddess even under ideal circumstances.
Cat, relax. I'm guessing this will be a sort of formality. That's how these things always struck me with her. Like getting the blessing from a queen or some huge mythical matriarch before proceeding with some incredibly important event or claiming a cosmic award. Or maybe you'll just have to kill her again? I don't see what difference it makes. Really, who knows what her real purposes are? They're probably totally unfathomable. The kidna is kind of a big deal denizen, one of the real heavy hitters, like the other guy, a really strong one with a ridiculous name. She might even be the biggest deal. She's the mother of all denizens. I mean, not in a literal sense. Like, I really doubt she physically spawned them all. So if she wants you to do something, it's serious. And if you need to do something of massive cosmic significance, like release a flood that contains the entire universe in its belly, then by the same token, it has to go through her. The other denizens are a bunch of pretty grumbling riddle merchants by comparison. She feel honored she even wants to see you.
How are we even sure she has a frog to release? Who made this frog? The jokers from this session? I thought they spent months doing nothing.
It's the same frog Jade made, with Kanaya's help, remember? Oh, you may have even been involved with that process too. I don't recall every single detail. The film forged back on Jade's planet back in the old session, and now Jade's here. Hence the frog is here too. It's just been, let's say, hibernating inside the planet for a few years. Kinda kept it warm for us until we were all ready, which is now.
Oh yeah, I remember now. So the Condus was going to make us do this originally? Why?
Because the goal is pretty much the same as ours, to win this game and create a universe. The battle taking place here isn't over whether one will be created, it's over who gets to control on when it's made. Ideally, that should be us, rather than a genocidal fish dictator. In fact, we don't want anyone to control it. Nobody should control the universe. That's what bad guys try to do. You just want it to be a nice place to live, and free of any controlling influence that will make life miserable for the people who live there. Having an attitude about the ultimate reward disperse from that in any way was just another thing we fucked up the first time around. So let's be clear on what we're fighting for here. Got it?
Yeah, you've made your point.
Next item. Earth. When you enter your new universe, you're gonna need a planet to live on. Why not just resettle on the ones you all grew up on? The Condos kind of fucked it up though. In your scratch universe, you spent a few centuries getting it ready for a new troll paradise. She flooded the whole thing. So when you get there, you'll need to skip ahead to some time far in the future when the oceans have receded. Should be livable by then. Oh, may be a pretty nice place. Here, John, take this. When the battle's over, make sure you give it to Jade.
What is it?
It's Earth. Remember how 3 years ago you told Terzi we needed your wallet, but you didn't have it? Well, in time since, we talked about it a lot, and we figured this was most likely the reason she told you to give it to us. It wasn't a big deal, actually. We spent some time deciphering the code of your wallet, and it took us a little while and a few lucky guesses on the code digits, but we eventually got there. Then I just used it to upgrade my much cooler 8-ball modus.
You hacked my dad's wallet?
Sure, like I said, we had some time on our hands. It is, after all, just a fucking wallet. It's not like some ordinary item he got on some mythical bad quest. I mean, he did buy the thing somewhere, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I still think it's pretty fucking special. That's a pretty special thing.
Nope. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. It is literally just a wallet. Anyways, then, before I did some scouting work on the session, I rode the meteor through the gate and watched it crash on Earth. Then capsuled the whole damn thing and got out of there. No sweat. Presumably like Grimbartik was supposed to do if she wasn't asleep. Again, it was a pretty good plan. She just never saw me coming. Sorry, Condi. If you want your waterlogged little globe back, you'll have to pry it from John's dead hands now.
Yeah.
Those are the most important things to remember, but don't forget the basics. Remember to finish building up your hives as far as they'll go, then deploy the grist rigs and disperse your planet's hordes in the sky, giving it the nutrients it needs to mature the far. This is Grub Stuff 101, but I guess it bears repeating since most of you never actually made it this far. When the horde's empty and sky is ready, then all you have to do is make sure someone is in position to ignite the forge, and everyone rendezvous right back here on the Lilypad and claim the ultimate reward, which is represented by the hive-shaped thingy in the door that leads into the new universe. Any questions before we kick this thing into action?
Yes, I have one. Vriska, what's your part in all this, aside from making all these airtight plans? You've been making it sound like you won't be here when all this happens.
Of course I won't. I'll be off doing something much more important than this. I'm traveling to this furthest ring to go kill Lord English.
What? Wow, isn't that going to be hard?
Of course it will be.
Are you sure you can even do that, like by yourself? I mean.
John, I'm not an idiot. I won't be diving into this blindly. See, somewhere out there in the incomprehensible casual stew of the furthest ring, there was once a plan that was coming together to defeat him once and for all. It involved a secret weapon, an army, and all sorts of other shenanigans.
Yeah, this sounds weirdly familiar.
Oh, I'm sure it does. But the point is, along the way, that plan stalled out. It went nowhere because the party involved disintegrated and lost their way. So someone needs to light a fire under that shit again, and I don't see anyone else stepping forward.
How are you going to do that?
Let me worry about that. You have your hands full enough as it is.
So is that it? Is that the end of this whole strategy jam / fun reunion?
That's it. That's the whole situation, my plan, and everything you need to do. Good luck, everyone.
Human, golf, clap.
Thanks, Pyro.
All right, so what now? I guess we had to, what was it, low Jade, like right now, since I guess the clock is ticking.
Lofath, and yes.
Right, and we're supposed to go after the condense really soon too, right?
Condes, and yes.
But not like right away. There are still a couple of hours for us to prepare, which we should use to come up with a fighting strategy.
Yeah.
I wish Jade and Nana could be awake for this. I really want to talk to them and let them in on all the cool stuff we're about to do. I guess they have to stay asleep for a while though. Oh well. Hey Jake,
Huh?
want to come make plans with us? We can help you figure out how to deal with Robot Jack and whatever hooligans he is bringing.
Oh, yes, thanks, Sean. Maybe.
Okay.
Hey, Dave. We should probably work out a fighting strategy too, since it sounds like we've got a real nasty one to deal with.
Yeah, but
What?
dunno, it feels weird to make some battle plans when one of our team members still isn't here.
Well, I think we can at least outline the strategy, right? Figure out how we'll approach a villain with his particular strengths and weaknesses, and assume our third member will be ready to fight if we tell him to.
Yeah, I'm sure if Teen Hard-Ass Strider shows up with a sword and shades and shit and we say, hey dude, look bad guy, go kill, I'm sure the guy will be more than willing to oblige. It's just, man...
Well, what?
No. It feels
Sorry.
wrong playing around him, like he's a weird hypothetical battle mannequin.
From the things I have heard about him from your own personal mouth, that actually sounds a lot like a pretty apt description to me.
No, it's more complicated than that, and I'm supposed to be getting ready for this huge, deadly battle, which is so much more intense than anything I ever did. Even like 3 years ago, back when I was actually doing adventure shit instead of watching Dane Cook movies, and somehow be all geared up for that. And meet my teen bro for the first time, and say, oh, there you are, that's cool, let's fight this random nigh indestructible asshole, and then hug bump or something? How do I deal with all of this? I think I could end up getting us all killed, and none of you are taking this seriously.
Okay, Strider, I've heard enough.
What?
I've been more than patient and more than accommodating, but your hang-ups regarding your ancestors are starting to border on pathetic.
Hey, why don't you can it?
Carcat, stay out of this.
No, I won't. Not if you're going to start trashing people with respect to their sensitive issues in a manner that is way over the line as far as the basic ground rules of good-natured shit-talking goes. Ground rules on which I happen to be an expert. Either make sure your trash mouth invective is critically constructive, or shut up.
Who said I wasn't being constructive? God, I cut him all the slack in the world on this, but I can see it isn't doing him or any of us any good at all. I can see I'm going to have to expedite matters. Go figure. Leave it to Vriska once again.
What the fuck are you even going to do?
I told you.
Fuck.
I'm expediting matters.
Oh shit.
Huh.
Bowling ball sound.
Bowling sound effects.
Yeah. There you go. Strider meets Strider. It's pretty fucked up, but probably this guy once you get to know him. Which one am I talking about, you ask? Who knows? Feeling awkward yet? Here's an idea. Get the fuck over him. Okay, guys, I am out of here. I'm not sure I can take another second of this.
Whisker, are they really that bad?
Striders? No, they're fine. That's not what I was talking about. There's another problem out there in Paradox Space which I cannot stand for. Not for another moment. In fact, it just makes me shudder thinking about this lingering flaw which has yet to be rectified.
Oh, what is it?
Oh.
My ghost is being a fucking loser!
Oh.
Here we go.
Here we go, huh? Me too, John.
The real John.
I love his faces.
Bowling ball noise.
And to think that Lilypad will get even more confusing as the pages go on.
True.
Looking in the clouds? Man, I sure do wonder where we're going to show up.
Oh. Can we end here for the night? I'm really tired.
What?
Yeah, no, you're good.
I mean, yeah, we could.
It's
Kinda
not
tired.
even midnight.
Yeah,
Shut
we
the
made
fuck up.
finished the Lilypad. That was the
Kinda
biggest.
we
got over the
finished
big
the
hurdle.
Lilypad?
We finished
Come
the
back to
Lilypad.
Lilypad, but I feel like
This is
I
the
feel like we
longest
read a lot
Lilypad.
We
tonight.
finished the first Lilypad.
I feel like we got a lot done tonight. I feel we've been reading since
We got a
like, what's-
decent amount.
we've been
Since
2
9.
you know.
Like 30.
Yeah.
Like
500
2.5
more
hours.
pages. 600 more pages, actually. But yeah, 600
Yeah, we could definitely
more pages.
finish this
Woo!
tomorrow.
Ooh, yeah, I mean 600 pages in one
Tomorrow
go.
or
Yeah,
next
let's
Friday?
go. Yep.
Next
Yeah,
week.
let's do it.
We're not gonna do it
Next.
tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
It looks like
fuck no.
Rosalind.
It's not gonna happen considering the other Lily.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
I'm sorry to break it to you, buddy.
Oh, I want Homestuck
Oh,
to
they
be
almost-
over.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Roll in Mude and end your video.
I did roll in Mude. I need an outro from someone.
Isn't Homestuck
Remember to
wacky?
like and
Bye,
subscribe,
guys.
everybody. Bye.
Well, you
Bye.
cool kids do
Buy gold.
drugs
Buy
and
gold.
stay
Buy
out of
guns.